We gotta walk in. Yap. Yap amongst ourselves. Got it.
So we can sit
Yep,
and
yep,
continue
yep.
to talk smack about Theodmer. Alright, got it. You'll think on your thingamajig.
Is this about thingamajigs?
I don't have a thingamajig to click on, so go for it.
If,
What? I am so that went above my head. I'm so sorry.
I'm using summon shadow spawn.
I'm gonna
I
go
just
get
want to use
some
Fireball.
Swiss cakes.
Yeah, I don't care how big the room is. I use fireball.
I haven't used it yet. Oh. Hmm?
What does that
I want to
mean?
get into a position where I can use some of this stuff that I got. I'm so excited. At
Yep.
level 5. I can give you Oh, that's a I forgot that.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt. I don't think the mic is working on stream.
Hold on.
Yeah, I've started dipping into the stream at the beginning of sessions solely for that issue.
Should be working now.
Yeah, because when I go back and look at the VOD, I can't hear you.
Okay, it's working now. I don't know why it does that, but apparently it does that. I'll have to just double check it from now on.
You gotta turn it on. It does it on mine too, so it's okay. It's an OBS thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna restart the recap. So the party, after killing Valen, proceeded further into the forest. Lavender warned the party that true Fae and Archfey exist in the Freedom States, and to avoid giving your true names. Lavender directly speaks to Creed and Char about not making random contracts with powerful entities that have motives of unknown nature here. The party made arrangements to prevent Creed from drinking more booze. Lavender teased Corthina about the rumor of her sleeping with Valen. Creed checked in with Gloom after she killed Valen. Lavender was gathering flowers on the way up, as well as showing, helping Corthina read the book that they had gotten. Theodmer offered to host a prayer circle with Char, Creed, and Corthina. Char asked about the shadow figure that freed him from his infernal contract. During the trip, went over that already. Creed and Gloom went hunting and captured a deer and a small hog with an H. Yes. In the prayer circle, each of the individuals said a prayer. Creed, of course, didn't get any response. Char showed the party the image he saw in his dream, and it was confirmed that it is Shar that freed him, the sister of the goddess he worships, Selune. They asked Elira a couple questions about Shar. They decided to keep the knowledge of Shar's involvement in Char's life a secret. After resting, Corthina is exhausted for reasons unknown to the party. Lavender presents a bouquet of flowers to everyone. Some for eating, some not for eating. After traveling to the location marked on the map, they began to search for the artifacts, finding 4 out of 5 of them, as well as a spell scroll titled Arcane Genesis, Lawful Stupid Boogaloo Part 2, The Paladin of Perfection. They also hear some people singing and cheering for a man nearby. They learn that his name is Tremus Fulber and that he has discovered a ruby of some sort, as the prophecy foretold. The party meets him and plays along when they discover that he's in possession of one of the infernal artifacts that they're after. Eventually, they're able to lift it off of him. He gets frustrated and leaves, and after he finds out they have deceived him, flanked by his loyal followers, his 3 capes of billowing flowing dramatically as he exits. Corthina used the Arcane Genesis spell, causing a lawful stupid paladin named Arthur Billmeyer to appear, who makes various demands to stop any and all unlawful activity and register all items found with the nearby authorities. Arthur says that he was betrayed by his comrade Kebbel. After various threats, Arthur became silent, and the party began to head towards a tavern named the Winter Flower, and Gloom insisted on holding onto one of the artifacts. And that is where we start the session.
So much happened last session.
Yeah.
I actually sat down and did a, bit more comprehensive overview of the actual session. So
I appreciate.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's nice.
Well, let's
So
get
we were
to that
meandering our
tavern
way to the
soon.
mall to get food
What
with
the-
an annoying paladin behind us.
I believe we
let's
should head
hear.
to the tavern.
Yes. Absolutely yes, for no particular reason whatsoever.
Krita, I'm watching you carefully.
So is bacon.
If anything, we could maybe find a more private place to look at the artifacts we found.
Or we could not?
You know, I'm
Yes,
just
first,
done with
artifacts
those.
later.
They freak me out. The heart is weird. I'm
The
ready
fucking
to
what?
be done with them.
I'm sorry, did you look at them?
Oh yeah, there's a heart there.
Lavender
It's
did.
cute.
She told me about it. I didn't look at
I-
that one in particular. It just sounded scary.
I may have looked at my artifact too.
Char! Look!
I
Oh
saw
my-
people opening up boxes.
I had to make sure it
Why?
was an artifact.
I would say, realistically, I think the only one who should be completely excused is Gloom, because we did not know that one in particular was an artifact, and it's not in a box.
I wonder what the ruby does. It seems powerful and useful, especially compared to the others.
Why don't I try it?
No.
Activate.
No.
Why? Why?
Why? Stop
It
that!
looks like a bomb. Why?
Nothing happens, so
I'm
I think
sorry.
it's fine.
No!
There's
This thing's
30 people
in your head! Do you not
I vote-
remember Shu almost crushing my fucking skull because he put that fucking thing on his hammer?
I vote. I'm with Creed on this. Let's not try to kill ourselves with these things.
I suggest we wait until we find some enemies to test them on.
No!
I think
Why?
we should learn what they are first, and then maybe
I
we
agree
should
with
use
that.
them.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
We
agree
find somebody
with Char,
to use
yeah.
them on.
I want to get.
Oh,
food.
that is
Let's
not
go get
what.
some food.
You know what? Let's use it on bacon. Let's use it on bacon.
Why? No. Why? Why would you even
Why would
indulge
you-
this even a little bit? This is how it gets into your head.
I mean,
I'm
with-
so. Here.
What-
Here's the empty box, and I present the empty box to Gloom. You could put it in this, and then we don't have to worry
Thank
about
you.
it. Yes.
Is anyone good at looking at artifacts and seeing what they are?
Dodmer, yeah.
I'll say that'd be a
Anybody-
one-of spellcaster, not me.
Would you like me to maybe see if I can deduce what they are?
Yeah. At least the ruby. I
Alright.
want to know what it does.
Ooh, the ruby. Excellent choice. I do like big glowy things. And he puts his skeleton hand out.
You guys
She'll
are
get-
crazy.
Are you casting
Oh,
Identify?
maybe put it into one of your sockets.
Ooh, wonderful idea. Can I use? Can you?
Alright,
Can I just
so-
do an Arcana check?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
Hip, hip.
And you gotta, what are you trying to discern?
What it does?
Okay, are you casting the Identify spell?
I'm using. Hold on, do I even have? One sec. Nah, I don't. I just want to do an Arcana check just to see like if I can deduce what it's used for, just to match. If I can look at the weave like that. I got 17.
You got a 17 on an Arcana check.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can tell that it's magical, and it's and that it has strange energy, and you probably don't want to mess with it.
Well, I can tell it's magical. It has strange energy, and I probably don't want to mess with it.
Okay, so that's great. Let's not.
Yes.
So
Okay,
putting it in
yeah.
my eye is frowned upon, I suppose.
Very.
We will find something else to put in your eye
Yes.
socket that's bright and
He
shiny.
puts it in Bacon's eye. For safety.
Why?
I'm assuming Bacon doesn't have a soul.
No.
Okay. Well, nothing happens.
It seems pretty safe to me.
He's just a bejeweled skeleton now.
I don't
But
trust
someone
this.
could steal it now. I think we should keep it in the box.
Yes,
I agree with
perfect.
that. Let's keep
Yeah.
it in the box that we can keep an eye on at all times.
That is wonderful thinking, Gloom. I agree.
Thank you, Gloom.
All right.
You know, just
So
giving my stealing perspective.
Oh yeah, it's very useful insight. Okay.
It helps us.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
So
tavern.
where do we
should probably get
want?
out of boxes first.
I was gonna say that. Like, where do we want to put these while we go eat? Because we can't just be walking around with 5 huge ass boxes.
I mean, would it
I'm
be
a
out
Mickey
of place?
Well, are we going to eat with that? I forgot his name. The guy? Because if so, he didn't know about me, so maybe I could just stay outside with the boxes.
Well, he left before we did, so he was already gone. And then we chatted up about the boxes, and then we left.
Well, if you've noticed, my mimic here is pretending to be one of the boxes, so stash the boxes somewhere with the mimic. At the very least, maybe with the bone guards.
True. Yeah. We could keep the dogs out as well. They'll make enough of a ruckus if anyone tries to steal anything.
So we can just strap them to the horses, maybe, and then have everybody stand guard while we get food.
I think so.
I'll leave Omelette out
We
there
also
as
have
well.
that paladin. He won't allow stealing.
I don't.
True, he
I
will
don't
make
know
quite a
if you're
racket.
off.
Okay.
I think his presence alone will just be a
We
disturbance.
could also like just get like some rooms in the tavern and then just put things there instead of leaving it out with like the horses and stuff.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Still keep the mimic with it though, just in case.
You know, I
Yep.
neglected to put a couple of things in here, but you know what? That's fine. It's fine.
Hand wave it. Hand wave it.
Let's go to the world map here.
Ooh, I get to hit the play button.
I was waiting
Okay.
for it. I keep clicking on it.
All right, and
Where's the
then
world map?
okay. So the area you were told to go to is about right there. Let me go ahead
black
and
dot?
go ahead and switch this over to the maps view, so I'm not missing out on it this time.
This? Wow!
Please.
Whoa.
Oh,
Sorry,
Please
stop
don't
doing
do that. Please don't do that.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. The second time was
You say that.
Boys, time for
Tactical strike.
I like the little beacon.
I get that you like the beacon, but come on,
I'll just keep it the scribble. I like this.
chill out.
There we go.
Chill out. Calm down. Actually, I gotta do this real quick, just because I do gotta go back over and rename things.
Name your
why?
thing.
Why is the ping like so?
I don't
Nuclear.
It's
know.
so obtrusive. I can't handle it.
It's very invasive.
Is
my
Shuriel on the
ears.
map?
Let me go ahead and I gotta do a couple of things real quick. But keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Hilarious.
Keep talking. Oh, keep yapping. Got it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Well,
So,
we
what
have
do you-
these-
so we're gonna put. Are we
Maybe we
putting
should-
the boxes with the horses and putting everybody guard while we go in, or what do we?
Well, hang on. No,
I
listen.
think we buy a room and then we go and put our boxes and
Oh, well,
bacon and
now that I
omelet
think
in
about
there.
it,
Okay, I like
we
that.
better be, we best be careful. We're coming up to an actual town and all that, but still, you never know what kind of tricksters there are.
Is it
Even
an
a boggle or
actual
two would be
town or
dangerous.
just-
Bloom?
I thought it was just a tavern in the middle of nowhere.
No. I agree with Char about putting them up in the room. We'll have your mimic stand guard over them, maybe even the dogs as well.
And Omelette.
Yeah, everything we can spare.
We can also
And
send,
remember
like,
the rules: don't give names, and be careful with favors.
Don't give names.
And
got
bacon.
it.
And someone always watch over Creed.
Yes.
Okay. Rude but fair. Anyway, you were saying something else, Char?
Oh, we can also set that alarm spell you have over the room.
You know, I'm so used to just like putting that down when I sleep. I forgot I can do that. That's actually really smart. Yeah, yeah, I think that's the plan. Get a room for them. I'll set the alarm. We'll have the dogs. We'll have the mimic. If
Don't
anything
do it.
gets in
No,
there,
no,
we'll figure it out one way or another.
I would like to sleep in the bed.
That's fine.
We
On
could buy
the ground.
multiple then.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have a lot of gold, right?
No.
Define a lot.
Over 100.
I just made 10
Yeah,
gold.
I don't know what you're smoking. I want it.
I just made 10 gold off of that one dude.
There we go. That's better. All right.
Swindling is. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Moneybags over there. It sounds like drinks are on you. I mean, food is on you.
Yeah, food.
Not drinks. He's gonna give like
You
a
are
really
strapped
obvious
down.
wink at Char.
You are strapped down to apple juice and water.
What? Come on.
Okay, fine. Orange juice.
At least give them some
No.
great cider. Alcohol-free cider, of course.
Cider
Cider is
sounds
best.
Yeah, that works. Or like a smoothie. Oh, I would kill for a smoothie.
Vinegar.
Do they have good smoothies here?
Has anyone ever been here to this tavern?
I don't know.
Not
except for
this
the one
tavern in
guy. They said they had
particular,
good
but-
food and drinks.
I don't know. Everything's like so colorful here. Like, surely they have to have like really fresh fruits here, right, Lavender, Cortina?
Oh yes, but do be careful.
Everything's
The
great.
what's the word? Denizens here would probably have a different palate than you. You know how it is. Humans have to be careful time with dwarves in case they get poisoned. Same here, like just different poisons. We're not.
wow.
I just realized
know.
none of us are humans, huh?
I don't think
No,
so.
but we're fine. We're
Oh
fine.
no, this is perfect. This is perfect. I would just be an elf too, so I'm part of the group.
Okay. No, I mean, I don't think there's anything. I mean, I guess I've never had anything dangerous come through the bakery. I was there.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. You know, but you always have to watch out. If there's like one or two people that just don't understand that. You know, when they say hot sauce, you really realize it's arsenic. So, you know, watch out for that.
That has never happened to me before.
Oh, Lavender, where did you come from? Where all these poor things have happened.
You know, I have no idea.
Poor
What?
thing.
Didn't you say you were from the Feywild?
Oh yeah, Creed. I'm from the Feywild. I've lived in the Freedom States and Rashali, and then I came here.
Here in the Freedom States, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, but can you do? I'm gonna do a deception check on that.
Is there something?
Okay. I was gonna say maybe.
Well, that was a 6.
Yeah, I mean, like passive insight beats that. So
I was gonna say you're not lying to any of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lavender is clearly lying. She's just a bit agitated when she's like trying to explain it.
It's okay if you're just.
Yeah,
It's okay.
like,
Lying
you don't
is
want to talk
okay.
about it. I'm not gonna make you.
Yeah, can we change the subject?
Okay.
All right,
No,
cool.
doesn't want her arm twisted. It's okay.
So we're in a forest. Did we see any like fruits on the trees, DM?
you will find some things that are budding and growing. You don't necessarily know if they're good for you.
Lavender's just like slapping their hands away, like, no, that one's poisonous. That one will eat you. No, take this. And then it tastes terrible.
All right. And after a certain amount of travel, you do eventually get to the place that you're going to, the Winter Leaf. Let me go ahead and open this map here. And it's a nice, beautiful stone building. Ignore the fact that there appear to be skulls in the walls. Like, I don't
We'll
know.
ignore that.
Purely decorative.
Oh, that took me-
Purely decorative.
Purely
That's the
decorative.
vibe.
My brothers.
Close your eyes.
That's a-
Gopher.
Can I
Yeah.
use anime? Can I use dead on the wall?
No, you may not.
I think it's just engraved stone. Kind of grim, but right on. I like the motif.
It's such a good vibe to the tavern.
And those- Creed will
Yeah.
take the door and open it and hold it
Alright.
open for everyone.
And inside, you see that there are several people in there. I've only created tokens for the ones that are relevant. But there's some people sitting around the tavern, and you hear, "Oh, welcome in, adventurers! It is good to have you here. Welcome to the Winter Leaf. Can I get you anything?" And it's very clearly the innkeeper. And she
Just-
looks like... Let me go in here. She looks like this.
Go on, Blue.
I was gonna say, as soon as she asks what we want, Creed, like, immediately opens his mouth before he, like, bites his tongue. Like, it's so instinct to tell him exactly what he wants from the get-go. It's just, I can't play that anymore.
Lavender goes.
Lavender.
Could we get started with some cider for everyone?
Of
Hard
course,
for everyone
dears.
except for this
I'm
tiefling
moving
here.
Lavender.
Oh,
Creed
the
cannot have
handsome
any
one?
alcohol. If you like tired men, then yes, I suppose.
Oh, he's just my type. Trust me, darling. I know exactly what I want.
All right.
You
Yeah,
seem
but
to
yeah, no
attract a lot of
alcohol for him.
bartenders, Creed.
What was that, Char?
You seem to attract a lot of bartenders.
I'm starting
Well.
to fear that natural gift.
So, let me get to actual description of her, but you can see that she's a satyr. Man, I actually have descriptions of these. I just gotta find it.
Hey, why did I move? I was working on it. I got distracted.
Okay, so you can see that Velvet has a deep brown fur. She's somewhat slender. She's flowing red hair. She's wearing this maid outfit on, shades of brown and blue, and it seems to accentuate the various places. And she's being very flirtatious with everyone in the bar. Is Bacon actually inside the bar?
Yes. But he's also covered in a very thick layer of ice and wood.
Okay, well. And then around the bar, you do take note of a few different people. Captain Arundel there. This seems to be a very tall, lean individual. He has a groomed bald head. He's got a noticeable golden tooth whenever he flashes a smile at anybody. And he has a very usual ensemble. Has like small gears, buckles, straps, a strange jacket, very meticulously clean, very eccentric attire. Seems to be quite confident in what he's doing. And that's, so that's this guy right here. Over here, you got a gnome, and she's holding a lute, and it seems as though she's trying to play songs to gather some coin. She has a short, messy pixie cut of chestnut brown hair. It looks like it's hastily maintained. She has vibrant blue eyes that appear to be sunken from, sunken in. It seems as though she might be a bit tired. Pale skin, faint circles around her eyes. Clothing is very simple, mismatched. Seems as though it's not suitable for travel. Thin fabrics, worn edges, patchwork cloak. Over here, you have a dwarf that seems to be wearing a merchant clothing. He has a very trimmed, shortened beard, and he seems to be adorned with all sorts of jewelry. And then over on this table, there appears to be a female cleric, and she seems to be has a gentle, composed presence to her. Her hood is down, and her silky blonde hair is perfectly straightened out, and it's flowing down. She seems to have a very compassionate expression. She has bright blue eyes, and she has a insignia on her green and blue robes that you do not recognize.
We don't. Okay, so no religion check or anything. Just wouldn't know it.
You can do a religion check, but she has an elegant brown staff that's taller than herself. It has a soft blue crystal glow to it.
Let's go
16 for
religion.
religion.
Char will also make a religion check.
Okay.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be anything Corthina read in her book, right?
No,
Okay.
it has nothing to do with
No.
that.
Okay.
So based off of your specific roles, you would not necessarily know which god or goddess. You could take some guesses, but blues and greens. Perhaps it's maybe of a celestial origin.
Dharma gets up and just walks over to her.
Yes, may I help you?
Lavender smacks your head.
Hello, hello. I just come with a query. Who is your god?
My goddess is hang on, let me. I scrolled away from the. Hang on. My goddess is Eldath,
Oh, wonderful.
the
wonderful.
goddess of peace.
I don't think I've heard of her.
Well, she's a very, very kind goddess and seeks peace amongst the world. So,
Oh, how interesting. Do you have a pamphlet or something?
well, I don't have any pamphlets. I'm not a missionary myself, but I am here for different reasons.
Dahmer looks around before getting a little closer, as though he's just assuming it's a secret. What are those reasons?
Well, you see, my kingdom as of late has fallen into certain degrees of trouble, and I'm down here looking for aid.
Oh, a few questions there. What kingdom?
I'm from Hayuda.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and
would I
post
know
that.
what that is?
That is a good question. You could do
200.
a history check.
Hold up, is that part of the barrel ball?
No, it has no barrel ball.
Okay, you win, then. I'm not gonna do a history check.
Okay.
Actually, sure, why not? Never mind. 19.
Okay. You have heard the name Hayuda. It's from the far north. It's one of the far northern kingdoms.
Oh, far up north, huh? Quite a travel to get down here.
Yes, it's been quite a journey.
Well, what type of peril is your kingdom in?
There seems to be an unknown plague that is wreaking havoc across the land, and we're not quite sure how to deal with it. I was told that I might find some aid down here in the Freedom States, or perhaps even in Stonecall. I'm not quite sure who to talk to or where to go, but if there is aid, I wish to find it.
Well, I'll talk with my friends over here, but I'm interested. And if we can help you, I'll give you directions to Stonecall.
Of course, I'm very, very grateful to you. I need. So I need. Okay, where currently are the boxes that you guys have?
I think we kind of dragged him in here with us. Creed was about to ask to get
Yeah,
a
I was
room.
gonna-
Yeah, they're still on
Yeah,
our
that's-
persons.
I thought we were in the
think.
process of putting him in a room.
Okay, go
Process
ahead.
of
Go
buying
ahead
a
and make
room.
a perception check for me.
I
Actually,
would
no, you know what? Make an insight check. Insight. We're gonna do insight instead.
Don't forget the mimic is pretending to be one of them too.
Inside it is.
Natural 20.
14.
19.
You can see that Nixie is eyeing the boxes
Lavender's going to approach her.
with a certain amount of intent, and Egon is also eyeing the boxes, but with a different level of intent. But-
Lavender's going to approach Nixie and just go, nice music.
Oh, thank you.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, if you enjoy my music, if you wouldn't mind, I would love some form of payment. Perhaps, what do you have in those boxes? I would be happy to take one of those.
Unfortunately, those are not for sale. However, I would be willing to part with a good deal amount of money if you wouldn't happen to be able to make any copies of your sheet music of that sort. It seems like a kind of song I'd love to sing while traveling.
I certainly. Do you have some paper that I could inscribe it on?
Lavender's just going to take a piece of her, like, one of her extra cloaks and just going to be like, perhaps this, it's not strictly the best, but I assume she has got some paper. She's lying, like, scrambling around to find some. And she's like,
I was
oh,
gonna s-
how
I
about,
was gonna say,
you know, I know it's, I know I'm being very generous, but how about 15 gold?
Oh,
I have no particular need for it.
it's amazing. That's incredible. Thank you so much. I'm extraordinarily grateful.
Well, although, I do have to ask, do you know what these boxes hold?
No.
Lavender's going to try to do an insight check on it.
Yeah, you can do an insight check on her.
14, damn.
So you can tell that her interest is probably not, as a result of her knowing what's in the boxes, but maybe it's just because she seems to be down on her luck. The closer you are to her, the more you can realize she's exhausted, and it seems as though she's been traveling a while, and she is down on her luck.
You may refer to me as Lavender. Who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
My name is Nixie.
If you don't mind me asking, who seems to be your trouble? Whenever, it's not that, well, I'll be honest, I'm not very altruistic by nature, but whenever someone's in trouble, it usually might come knocking.
Well, I set out on my own. My parents... I used to live in Teneo. My parents wanted me to, work in the forges with them, but I personally did not wish to engage in that line of work. I wanted to be practice my craft, which is, music. And so I set out on my own, and they disowned me. I don't have a penny to my name. I don't have a single copper to my name. But,
Well, not anymore. You've got at least 15, but
well,
I'm sure
I'm
your music's
very
great.
grateful. And she begins to perform a song. During all this.
And Lavender's going to ask, you wouldn't happen to have heard any news on the road or encountered anything untoward?
I haven't.
But there's strange voices about.
I haven't specifically. No.
Well, I'm glad. Well, that's glad and then to hear. Perhaps Lavender's going to try to think of the directions. Like, I encountered a strange man yesterday. I will be quite honest, he's quite full of himself, but he's got his own little entourage, and he seemed well off enough. I'm sure if you went along with them, they'd be more than happy to spare some food and other supplies, as long as you direct your music as into a more praiseworthy. I don't know how to explain it. Feed his ego and you'll be well fed. How about that?
Well, if I do encounter him, then perhaps, maybe, but,
Lavender's going to give, like, the directions, like, the last way he was headed, but then, like, go over to the rest of the group. But, like, have a nice night.
And this is a, kind of a rough image of Nixie here.
Oh, damn, that's even worse than I thought.
Wow. Yeah,
That's an
she's
orphan.
not,
That's an orphan.
not doing hot.
Oh, wait,
Could've given
before
her a
Lavender's
gold.
left, she just gives her a bunch of flowers as well and a small knife.
And
She's like,
That's
damn,
an
this, like, she's like, I don't know how old Nixie is, but Lavender's obviously going to think she's like 5. She's tiny.
yeah,
So she's like-
she is half your height.
Not even. She's just giving a bunch of flowers. Lavender's just like patting her on the head, gives her a bunch of flowers and a small knife. Then walks over to join the others.
But while you are talking to while you are talking to her, Egon kind of looks over at Creed and Char here.
Gloom approached Corthina. What was that about? Corthina was like looking at Gloom, but I was waiting for our turn.
Oh, Gloom was just gonna say, Corthina, I don't like the way these people are looking at us.
Corthina like acknowledges again. Yeah, neither do I. I think we need to get a move on and getting a room.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Corthina stands up, and she looks at Gloom. And she's like, just watch. You're good. Watch. Let me
Okay.
know if you need me to take down somebody. And she walks over to the bar really quick, and she kind of squeezes in over here, and she's all like, Hey, don't mean to interrupt, but can we like have a room?
Of course,
One to start.
Starlight. I can make
How much
sure.
we got?
The rooms start at 5 silver.
5 silver. Okie doke, I can do that.
Although,
And so
if
she
you were
pulls
to
out-
find someone, an eligible suitor perhaps, you could get the suite for a gold.
What? Repeat that? I only heard the part of that.
If you were to find a good suitor, and she kind of gives you a
Oh.
playful wink.
Kind of looks and she's like, thanks, but I'm alright. You
Don't
know
worry,
what?
guys. Creed will take one for the team. I got you.
Would Lavender?
Cortina
Would
even
Lavender
does like
hear
this.
this?
She goes like this and she puts her arm on the bar and she puts 1 gold on the table and she's like, I just want it for myself.
Well, during this time, you'd be over next to Nixie. Like a lot of stuff is going on simultaneously here. But
Oh, that gets rid of the opportunity to do the best joke, but I'll give it up.
look,
So
if
should
you
we-
want to make the joke, I'll say this happened after, you know.
Can
Lavender used to be like, what did you say to my wife?
Oh, you two are married. I did not realize. I suppose if
She's
that's
pushing the gold across the bar. Just puts her head down and pushes the gold piece across the bar. Just give me the key to the suite. We'll be fine.
and you see Captain Aaron
There we go. I can see
Captain
his name.
Arundel like
That's
raise
good,
the glasses to the happy couple.
Cortina just stares down, like, oh god.
Lavender's playing along completely. She just throws her arms around Cortina and just goes, cheer up. I'm still taking you back after sleeping with those strangers the other night.
That never happened.
Ooh, do
And she
tell,
just kinda-
do tell.
No, don't tell because nothing happened. Nothing
Yes,
happened.
yes. Lavender just like,
I would love to
well,
hear this tale of
wait, I
you
just
Oh.
realized it.
questionable
Bacon is the
men.
dude.
She walks over this way and she looks at Gloom and she grabs one of the boxes and she grabs like any of the boxes that are within her reach and she puts them like under her arms and she's like, come with me and help me out with this. And she goes
Bacon,
up to
like,
where
then-
the stairs.
And then this is
Bacon's
Captain
exactly
Arundel
common.
here.
Lavender makes it exit at this point, just like pretending to be super dramatic, just going after her, carrying the rest of the boxes. Just getting out of there.
All right. Then Egon says, "I see you have some boxes there. I imagine the contents must be quite pricey. I can assure you, I could offer a fair value for whatever it is you may have."
No!
How much?
Oh,
What do you have exactly?
well, I'm a merchant from Lockhorn, so yeah, I have all
Crazy.
sorts of goods, and
Yeah, Don was inciting that too. Does a 19 passive get me anything?
he appears to be a merchant.
I got 11, so
And for
Where's
whatever
this
reason,
card?
this particular icon makes him look like a Chad. Look at that.
What a
Yeah.
man.
My insight check, and I know if he's actually a Chad. However,
Is he
Well, he's not lying to you.
Sounds like a Chad.
how much can you offer us?
Would 100 gold suffice?
500.
500 gold. I mean, look, above the table here, you guys were tasked with delivering these artifacts. You're supposed to be getting 5,000 gold
Yeah.
for the whole.
Right. No, Corthina already has, like, as she was walking away, like, to go to the room, she grabbed all the boxes. And she does,
Lavender's got whatever's left.
Yeah, like, Corthina and Lavender left with the boxes. She tried to get Gloom, but Gloom decided to sit at the cube table or whatever.
oh, you did. Well, Gloom went with you then. I didn't.
Okay, yeah, Gloom. She like, as she was walking away, she was so embarrassed about what Lavender did. She's all like, Gloom, help me, please.
And Velva walks over and says, "Egon, dear, leave it alone. Leave the poor travelers alone." What's this? Ah, very
So
well.
they're up in
Very well.
somewhere.
Miss bartender, could I have a drink, perhaps?
Of course, cutie. What would you like? And she leans over, and you can tell that she's like really just gazing into your eyes, and she's being as flirtatious as possible here.
Char is like, if he's red, he's even redder.
Harlot.
Dodmer messages him immediately and he says, "Don't mess this up."
um, I'll have your whatever you have. That's the hardest, maybe.
Oh, the hardest, huh? I'm sure you could give me something pretty hard too.
Don't.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that.
No.
So Dod-
No.
Can Dodmer come on over? I want to wingman this dude.
Char
Yeah, I'm
is
with
just
Dodmer.
staring at the table,
We're
not
going
even
over.
making eye contact.
We're upstairs.
You know,
Dodmer puts his arm over
I do
Char.
have a bit of an obsession with the shy ones, and you strike me as one of those.
Oh god.
I said, let him fly, Theodmer, let him fly.
No, Dodmer like goes up to him, puts his arm out to
look,
shake his.
if you want to share my bed, you don't need to pay for a room at all tonight.
Don't fuck the goats.
Yeah, don't fuck the goats.
This is one thing. It'll be the situation where she like puts another mark on his back. Just watch.
I'll just let you sit on that one. And she turns around and, you know, goes over and starts pouring a drink for Char.
Agreed. I was gonna get this drink for you. I suddenly realized this drinking thing might be a mistake. I'm terrified.
Don't worry. I'll take the weight off your shoulders. I'll
Char,
take it
out of-
for you, friend.
Char, out of curiosity, are you perhaps a virgin?
That's not really any of your business, Theodmer.
She's gonna turn around.
Theodmer's spreading out crazy shit. He needs to stop.
She get you know hands over the drink and says, "If you are, don't worry. I can make it just as pleasurable as any other time. I'll make it memorable for you."
Char like is staring like straight at like the countertop, just like downs it in one go and goes, "Can I have 5 more of those, please?"
Of course. And she turns around and goes to pour
This
more
is going to
drinks.
end well.
And
Oh my god.
during this time, the door opens and 3 tieflings walk through the door. 2 of them are carrying a uncomfortably sized box. Like it's like obviously it'd be just like really weird to carry it with one person, but they're taking care to carry this delicately. And they go, you know, maybe should I get tokens for these guys? It's not in my library. Whatever.
You just put, you know, these little guys or whatever. The silhouettes, just so we know.
Man. For the purpose, that's not.
Seriously, that cup lady is impressive.
No, come on. Let's just do this.
Take your time.
No rush, no worries.
Nope, not that many. Okay. They're all 3 of them are called Noble. Their names are the same, and they walk in. They're carrying this weird wooden box, and they step up. It says, "And Miss, where would you like this?" And they'll say, "Ah, you've delivered it already. Please set it right over here." And she points over to over here, and then you see them step over and walk around with this box and place the box, and they all leave.
Question: are me, Corthina, and Lavender somewhere else? Did we not see this?
Yeah, we're up. We went up to the suite
Yeah.
to put the boxes away. I'm assuming it doesn't take us that long.
It doesn't
so
take you
I'm sure
that
we're
long,
heading
and then
back
you come
downstairs.
back down, and you see
Yeah.
that there's a box, and Velvet is currently unpacking it. She takes the lid off this wooden box, and inside you can see nestled within, you know, some very nice straw. She pulls out a rather large bottle that looks as though it is made out of pure polished platinum, and then wrapped around this bottle is a carving of a bronze dragon,
Oh, yeah.
and it looks like this. And
Yum.
Ooh.
and
He's already
Egon,
salivating.
and Egon says, "Velvet, my dear, whatever price you paid for that bottle, I will pay you double for the entire thing. Opportunities like this and having the opportunity to have such a exquisite drink comes only once in a lifetime." Velvet says, no, the drink is for everyone, darling Egon. Would any of you boys
Oh no,
like...
it's for all but one. Lavender's like glaring at Creed in the background. It's like over your
Bacon is
shoulder.
massaging his shoulders.
Would any of you like a drink? This only comes around once, as he said, once a lifetime.
I must ask, what is it?
This
Who
drink,
wants the drink.
this particular drink is called Reflection.
Would Corthina know exactly what it does, or no?
No,
No. Okay.
Can I?
Is it alcoholic?
it is alcoholic.
Can you insight to see if she's like has like I don't know, underlying like malicious intent with this?
I mean, if you want to roll insight,
Okay, I'm gonna try.
She's a harlot. Her intentions are all malicious.
21.
Shit.
she
Don't
wants
worry,
to
her
sell the
charms are
drink.
absolutely working.
She wants to sell the drink.
Oh, she wants to sell it.
Yeah, she wants to. Yeah, like it's alcohol. She wants to sell it.
Yeah, she's a barmaid. She's gonna. Everybody have some. You get a thing. You get a thing. But
And
for a
Captain
specific-
Arundel, would you like to have the first glass? And Captain Arundel said, "Why, certainly, of course. I would be more than happy to have a drink of this. You said it was of the finest quality, yes?" And he looks over to Egon, and Egon nods. Says, "And how much for it would it be? It would be 20 gold for a shot." Says, "Well, you drive a hard bargain. I am looking forward to this." And he sets down 20 gold, and she pours a small little shot glass of it and hands it to him.
That's a very
Lavender
expensive
goes over to Nick. What's her name? Nixie gives her 10 more gold, so she'll have enough for a shot.
And you can see that the liquid itself is of a pure bronze color. You cannot see through the liquid, and it is as reflective as a mirror. It is liquid reflection. And as you see Captain Arundel slowly sip it, a small wave of contentment crosses his face as he settles in, and it appears as though his confidence has doubled. And not in like a sleazy way, but in a very good, wholesome, meaningful way. That is quite satisfying, Velvet. Thank you. I hope I can find this again.
Okay, Lavender's like, I thought, Creed, if you wanted to convince, whatchamacallit, a persuasion check, you might want to try it now.
Yeah, you can.
persuasion
I was
of
gonna say
laughter.
you can
She's gonna
see.
persuade Corthina too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can see Creed like literally like salivating watching the captain drink, and then you see him start rifling through his coin purse just immediately.
And Velvet takes a
Whoa.
look at you and says, "Now, honey, don't go drooling too much. I might think you'd be batting for the other team."
Creed, no drinking.
Come on, look at it, please.
I see it from here. You
Lavender.
It is
trying to quit.
truly life-changing.
Lavender.
Lavender slams down 20 gold as she goes, I wonder. I'll test it for you, Creed. If it's truly as good as she says, well, I'll have a talk. If it's not, you're not drinking.
Okay. And she pours you a small shot glass of it, and it barely fits in your fingers.
But
I think-
Christina's like rubbing the sides of red. Like, what do you do?
What if we
Lavender
were to
just
allow
like turns to
Creed
the rest
to
and
have-
goes, well, let's see what happens, and just downs it.
Okay. And
Didn't expect that.
you begin to see flashbacks, silhouettes of figures that seem familiar to you. You don't know who they are, but it seems as though your life is flashing before your very eyes. And it brings you back to this moment, and you have this feeling of contentment and satisfaction that you are confident and capable of anything you wish to do. And for the next hour, you get an advantage on all charisma checks.
Damn, that's actually really good. Okay, I cannot. Lavender is just like, I'm gonna do it for the coin, but 1 second.
She's gonna do what?
Click something.
I was thinking to myself, evens, she would let Creed drink, odds she would not. Lavender's just like sitting down, she's like, I can't fucking, this is amazing. Gorthina, you're in charge of it. I cannot, in good faith, make any decision.
What are you doing?
It's a fucking great drink, dude.
And Nixie's
No!
gonna like tiptoe over and says, "Can I have one of those?" Negon says, "Yes, give me one as well. I wish I have long waited the day that I got to see this particular drink again." And Velvet pours them both individual shots, and Egon drinks his, and he's a faint smile crosses his face. He says, this makes me forget about the goings-on in Lockhorn. I am very grateful for this opportunity. And Nixie, as she drinks it, it seems as though stress seems to just melt from her face. And, like, tears of joy begin to flow down her cheeks.
Creed, watching
No.
all this happen.
No.
Please.
No.
He like puts both of his hands together as he looks at Cortina. Just please, just it's one
Cortina,
shot.
look.
Lavender like turns to Gorthina and just goes, I normally would be the last person to say this, but this drink seems somewhat magical. I think it might be useful, and just this once.
I was gonna say, he can only have one shot. Self-control is just as important as sobriety.
Yes,
She's
I can only have one
narrowing her
shot.
eyes at all of you. Like, Corthina's sitting way over here. Her eyes narrowed at all of you. Like,
Here, Creed. Since you have professed that we are friends, I'll buy your shot for you.
No,
Hey!
I got this. No, I got this. Don't you worry.
Why don't we just buy what's left in the bottle?
Oh,
I
the
would
bottle's
love
quite
that,
the
actually.
bottle is quite large, and she's not going to sell it to you.
Fine. Alright, don't worry. I have a plan here. Excuse me.
Yes, handsome. And she comes
So,
over and she leans over the counter a little bit.
I do have to admit something. He's gonna put his entire coin purse on the table. I am just a little short of coin, but I promise you this: the things I will do to cover those 4 gold coins would easily surpass the rest of the price for you.
Lavender just slaps her head at this
I want
walks
you
away.
go ahead and make a persuasion roll at advantage.
Add advantage. All right,
Cortina's
-1,
sitting
but
there
add
just
advantage. Let's see it. Let's see it, Creed. That 20.
And
-1.
and she reaches out her hand and like boops her nose. Says, "I will take you up on that." And she rests her cheek right into the palm of her hand, and with her free hand, she pours you a shot and hands it to you. And
Christina, like,
she is
lays-
eyeballing you. She is undressing you with her eyes right now.
Cortina's just like devastated. She like lays her body on the table with like her chin down, watching as this happens, just like what? And her arms are draped down at her sides, like Guys!
So I heard the suite's occupied, but I'm sure you have extra rooms, right?
Oh yes, I have extra space and room. Don't worry.
No! No!
Don't worry,
I'm
Charles. I can go
dying.
for the team here.
Car's just downing his remaining shots.
And Creed will just leave his coin purse there. He's completely broke. He is completely broke. As
I can't
he'll give the barmaid a wink before downing the shot.
Okay. And as you drink it,
I hope he has a nightmare.
the
Yeah, I was
flavors
gonna say-
of honeysuckle and rosemary cover your palate. And you see images from your past. You see Father Albinus. You see various childhood memories flood into your mind. All the happy ones, all the good ones. And it's almost as though a light breeze of satisfaction blows through your mind as you find this level of contentment you've never felt before in your life. And you know exactly what you need to do going forward. And you have advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Oh man, I appreciate the vote of confidence of knowing what to do. We'll see after this wears off in an hour.
So I know Thottimer's a skeleton, but if you try to drink it, would I still be able to get some cool shit?
No, you don't. You don't have the means to
Aw.
actually experience it.
How was it, Creed?
That was the best thing I ever tasted.
I will warn you, you try to drink anything else today, or in the future, and I'll deck you myself.
She's a bit abusive, isn't she?
She's very abusive. Trust me, that's why I want the spare room. With you and not her.
I see, I see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Creed, I'm married. That would never happen.
Exactly. All the more reason.
Lavender's going to lead over to the barmaid and goes, "What he's not telling you is that he pays me to keep him from drinking. He gives me gold or I sack him. He's quite into that, if you need to know. Going forward."
Oh, I see.
You see-
Lavender's
like-
like groaning maliciously.
You see him like raise a finger to correct you, and he's just like, ah. Fuck, how'd you know?
No matter. I'm looking forward to our business later. And she turns around again and begins to go serve the other tables of people.
That was fairly interesting.
Okay, and I'm gonna do this. There we go. This is better.
Potion of Summon Commoner. Got it.
I like blanked. What happened?
Potion of Summon Commoner.
There we go.
This was all a tactical decision. Okay, he got free lodging. That was really what he was in here for.
Sure.
So, there's still plenty of information to be gleaned.
I feel like we'll be. Creed is in
Lavender's
a.
going to... sorry.
No, I was just gonna say Creed is in a moment of like bliss right now. So he's enjoying his time here. I can't imagine he's gonna do a lot of talking.
Egon is gonna say, "It's life-changing, isn't it?"
It really is. I've forgotten a number of those things.
Sometimes it makes you forget the things you don't want to remember, and sometimes it makes you remember the things you wish you could. Man. The brewer of this drink is a rare individual indeed.
Corthina looks over at Gloom. Can you believe these guys? For real.
Lavender's just going to turn to Egon and goes, "Who brewed this fantastic drink, then?"
Are you familiar with the bronze dragons?
What'd you think? I'm gonna do a history check, I guess. 22.
You know what a bronze dragon is, and so
Yeah.
to your understanding, bronze dragons are a good alignment kind of dragon. They mean to do well and increase the quality of life around them. But this particular bronze dragon also seems to brew its own alcohol, and this is the result.
Well, this sure is fantastic. Well, what brings you this way anyway, Mr. Econ?
Well, I was seeking a bit of an escape, to be honest. Had some time off and available, so I came over here. Life is in Lockhorn is not as great as I would like it to be, but such is life.
Sorry, you 1 second. I'm trying to look at the map. Where is Lockhorn? Would we know?
Here, let me go back over to Drongard here. You can see it. So, Lockhorn is over here.
Ah. Oh. Trouble afoot? We seem to have plenty of it back in Stonecall.
Well, Stonecall is the cause of our troubles, to be honest. Gloom, what are you doing?
Would you mind telling me more?
Gloom, what are you doing? Are you...
I wanted to ask her something.
Okay, well, I'll answer this question. Well, I imagine if you're from Stonecall, and he looks at you with a certain degree of skepticism, because you're very clearly not human.
Oh, Lavender just laughs at that, looks at that and laughs and goes, well, I'm not from Stonecall. I'm just employed there for the moment. Can't say I love the place.
Well, you understand then that there is trouble between Rishali and Stonecall. I imagine you understand that.
Quite well. I've spent some time there myself too.
Well,
Wherever trade goes.
Well, you see, Stonecall is the source of food for Lockhorn, and when there's trouble afoot in Stonecall, that means there's less food in Lockhorn. And you can imagine that it might cause a strain on things.
Quite so. Hopefully this damn business will get settled sooner rather than later.
Well, it is allowing for the opportunities of various criminal organizations within Lockhorn to sprout up, which is unfortunate, but...
Well, to be honest, we were playing, me and my group here, we've been on some business here, but we plan to head through Lockhorn on our return trip to Stonecall. May I ask, is there anything in particular to look out for? Someone such as yourself likely would know a lot more about it.
Sorry, where?
Stonecall, Lockhorn. I mean, it's on the way back from Stonecall. Lavender's just trying to bullshit her way into finding out some information about what's going on.
So, wait, hang on. Ask the question again, I'm lost.
Oh, well, me and my party here, we're on some business from Stonecall that took us to the Freedom States, but on our way back, we thought of passing through Lockhorn to trade a bit, make a little bit of money. May I ask, considering you're from there, what seems to be, the criminals about? What poses the biggest threat to traders such as ourselves?
Well, if you plan on passing through the capital, you might experience a certain degree of classism. The dwarves, well, Lockhorn itself is in some way similar to Stonecall in that dwarves are the chief most race, but they are a bit more accepting to outsiders than others. The orcs, goblins, and trolls even are welcome in Lockhorn, but they're deemed as a lower caste. So, what sort of trading are you looking to do in Lockhorn?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. As you can see, well, maybe not. And Lavender's just going to turn into Char, who's like definitely the smallest one here, aside from Gloom.
I'm sure
And just
Char
go,
is like
"What?"
4 drinks in right now.
Yeah, you can see
Yo,
we've got some expertise. We usually get artifacts we find on hunts, whatever we can scrounge up. You guys got a few assignments to complete. You know, classic guard the merchants, get certain things here to there, basic trade and all that.
Go ahead and do a deception check since you're lying to him.
Damn, a 9.
Yeah, no, that would not meet his passive perception. Yeah, you escort merchants, huh? Well,
Lavender is like not even trying at this point. She's like, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me do a advantage. Shit. Even worse.
well, whatever business you might do, I don't know. If you wish to try your hand in Lockhorn, you may, but you might find that it's relatively unwelcome to you. And he's not going to elaborate further.
I appreciate it, though. Thanks, sir. And she's going to go and hand him a flower. And just specifically the numbing flower.
He's going to like set it down on the counter. He's going to just ignore it.
Lavender's just going to go sit back with you and just goes, I don't know why I bothered. I can't bullshit for shit. Dear.
Corthina eyeballs her sideways like, well, that sounds like a personal problem. I'm hungry.
Quite, I'm mostly surprised you didn't try the drink yourself. It's quite good.
It is phenomenal. Like, not even just as an alcoholic, it's phenomenal.
No, I'm good. And she drinks her water.
Okay. And Gloom, you wanted to ask Velvet something.
Yeah.
And
We'll go up to her.
and what can I help you with, dear?
You know, I'm sure you get like a lot of travelers passing through, and I was just wondering if you ever saw a blood genasi or heard of anyone looking for one here.
This girl's got priorities.
A blood genasi. I don't know if I've ever heard of such a thing.
You ever see a genasi come through here?
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of genasi.
Red, maybe?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen my plenty share of air genasi come through here.
I know.
There was one particular air genasi that blew, took the wind out of my lungs, if you would.
Well, that was. Wait, can I insight check her to make sure she's not lying about that?
Sure.
She hasn't. Okay. Well, okay, she's telling the truth.
Well, you kind of get the idea that she meant that as innuendo.
Oh, I was talking about the blood genasi thing. No.
Oh, well. You kind of like call for an instant check at the weirdest time. I'm like,
Sorry.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, that's all I had in. Could I actually have some of the drink? You said it was 20 gold.
Yes, of course. And
Oh.
she comes around here and she, pours the drink and she
The only one.
and she takes your gold and gives you the drink. There you go.
Thank you.
Someone needs to be
There's one for
designated
me and
driver,
Cortina.
Cortina.
Cortina's just sitting there, just staring at the table, like poking at if there's any food on her plate that it was brought to her, if there was any, and she's just sitting there, just like,
I'm
I
sorry,
can't wait.
sorry, Corthian. I just once in a lifetime opportunity.
Dogma
It's
gives her a thumbs
fine.
up in solace.
It's fine.
would you want me to buy you any, Cortina?
No. No.
If I bought you some, would you take some?
No.
Like it for her.
Could I get 3 shots of the bronze dragon, Miss Bartender?
You're taking 3 of the shots.
I'm gonna share them with my friends here.
Okay. She comes back
I
around.
was gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
It's like,
that's-
damn,
and she-
Char, putting Creed to shame.
And she pours. Are these all for you?
I intended to share them.
Oh. Well, in that case, and she make sure to deduct 60 gold from your inventory there.
Wait, what happened when Gloom drank it?
Oh, Gloom, did you already drink it?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Drink it.
So. You...
Damn, Gloom, not the entire glass. Just the liquid in it.
he just ate the glass too.
Yes. Yeah, ate the glass too.
Okay, well, so you see flashbacks of what it was like back in the village. Before everything had gone awry, before everything had gone strange. You experience your past experiences in the rivers, in the tree houses overlooking everything, how the sun would come down and rest in your village in a very, very delightful way. You remember your parents and your friends. And all the good memories of your travels up to now. As a wave of contentment washes over you. And you get the same charisma bonus.
Char is going to take the 3 shots of bronze dragon that he got. He's going to bring them to the table and set one in front of Corthina and one in front of the Oddmer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Char. I don't mean to give you the wrong impression. I can't drink this.
Have you tried? I don't
Admiral
want you to
grabs the
feel
glass
left
and
out.
says, I can try, but I'll put a little bucket so you can drink it when it ends up in my ribcage.
That's funny.
You make it sound like you're a skeleton, dear.
In theory.
Well, I suppose in theory we are all skeletons covered with various forms of flesh, and she takes a glance over at Creed.
Albert looks at Creed and says, Creed, please do not hit that.
Char is just staring at the table.
So Bodmer's gonna try drinking it, not before putting a little bucket in his ribcage, but he's gonna try drinking it.
Well, it falls, like, it doesn't go anywhere. You don't have the means or method to actually drink anything.
That's a bummer. and
Wait.
Bones are force.
If I
Bones are
use
force.
alter self, if I use alter self, can I drink it?
Maybe. That's interesting.
I
It
have
does
to say,
physically
bones are force
change
and readily absorb liquid. That's
Do-
why bones feel so dry to the touch.
Oh,
It should.
Does it
I mean,
actually
it should
work
be
that way?
possible. Let me check.
Hang on.
Google. I don't know.
Does
She's educated. I trust
Alter
her.
self allow you
Just drink
to
things.
eat stuff. Alter self does not allow you to eat or drink normally.
Yeah, bones can absorb liquid, particularly water, but I'm just trying to check. It makes sense they should.
No, but
It's
it
like
does not
your
alter your
hand is full.
digestive or metabolic process, so he would not be able to taste it, he would not be able to experience the effects of it.
This is so unfortunate. Gonna hand to the Char and says, Char, you
Sorry, you can't try it. Char's gonna look over at Corthina and go, cheers?
Corthina just sits there and she just gently pushes it away. I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not drinking it.
I'll take it
I don't
if you don't mind.
You could
I
offer
could
You're
always
gonna
it.
drink
go for
another
another.
shot of
You
it?
could offer it to
Well-
someone else.
Well, yes, but Lavender kind of really wants to have another sip to try to see the people again.
Well,
I mean, I have, I guess, 2 extra shots now, so.
okay. It's Creed. Not Creed.
Give another one to
Char.
Creed.
Well, no. So, Char, you drinking it?
Char is going to hand the extra shot to Lavender, and I guess he'll drink the last two.
You're drinking both of them?
Yeah.
You don't want to offer it to somebody else that's in the bar?
Cough, 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 Sister Maribel, cough, cough.
Okay, Char will hold on to one of them then. And
Okay.
He'll take one for sure.
All right. And as you drink it, you recall visions. You get visions, and you have a recollection of your time in the village you grew up in. You recall joining the Church of Lathander and all the pleasant memories that are associated with that. And it seems to skip over, all the bad parts. You recall meeting Gareth, him putting his faith in you and trust in you, buying you your first meal on the road. All the pleasant memories you have, it shows it to you. And it fills you with a certain degree of confidence and inspiration.
Wow. This is some really good stuff. I see why you like drinking now, Creed.
Revolutionary. Okay, well, no, okay. Very important distinction. Not every drink is like this, and you better not become like me. But definitely indulge in this drink. This drink is it's really good. But otherwise, no more alcohol for you.
Lavender's like looking at Creed, same with you, and she's going to down the last one.
Well, the second
see,
to last one.
sorry.
There's still one available.
Well, the last one she has,
Yeah.
besides the extra one Char has.
All right. And you begin to see an additional flashback. You hear a voice that simply says, "Run, little rabbit." And you smell not just any sort of flower. You smell your favorite group of flowers. Before the memory fades into the back of your mind again and brings you back to the present, where you have a feeling of contentment.
Lavender's like, I imagine it's like if she starts to tear up and then she's like, well, Corthina, I think you're right about that. And she just goes upstairs straight away.
See? See?
What happened?
I'm
Wait,
glad I didn't take it.
Why was it? Why is Linda crying? Where's she?
It upset her. Somehow, I don't know what the heck it did. One too many. I hope you feel good about yourself, guys. And Corthina stands up and stomps her way upstairs.
Okay.
To the room.
I'm gonna put you two like right here in this corner.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, right here in this corner.
We're upstairs.
Yeah. Bloop. And go like that.
Char is gonna go over to Sister Maribel
Oh, okay, I'll go with you because
with Gloom. You looked a little left out. Did you want to try this extra shot that I have?
I suppose I could, have some.
Char hands her the shot.
And she looks at the liquid and kind of observes it before drinking it in. And her eyes close during this, and after a couple of seconds, you see a singular tear roll down her cheek.
Thought it gave you happy memories. I hope I didn't harm you in any way.
No, that was much needed. I have encountered much grief and sadness. That was a welcome relief. And what is your
I
name?
don't-
It seems as though you're a cleric as well.
My name is Toad.
Toad?
Toad.
Well, I suppose it's a strange name, but pleasure to meet you, Toad.
Bloom side-eyeing him.
That's offensive.
Yeah. Well, thinking about that. Yeah, he
I
looks
totally
down for
expected it.
inspiration.
I need you to roll deception for me.
But it's at advantage because I took the sippy, yes.
That's
I know it's gonna be a regular roll because she knows your name's not Toad.
Okay, it sounds like these where I'm gonna pump my last luck point into it to give me advantage.
Have faith, Char. The Creed special, have faith.
Oh, we're so scared.
Like
The faith wasn't strong enough.
I see.
I-
Well,
I-
I understand you're probably hiding your name because it's the free here there appears to be more Fae than usual. But you do know I know that's not your name, right?
I know. I just a friend of mine told me I shouldn't give my name out, so I would just like to be referred as Toad for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I suppose I can do that. Which god do you worship? Toad.
That's a very interesting question. But I believe you can say that I'm a cleric of Selune.
Ah, Selune. What a wonderful goddess.
She's very kind. And how about you?
I worship Eldath.
You seemed a little. You seem like you've gone through a lot of grief. Is there anything that I can help you with?
Well, there's a curse that's ravaging the land. I imagine it's in the form of a plague, and I'm not quite sure how to deal with it. I was sent by the leaders to find some answers. But
Where's the plague?
in my hometown. Or my home kingdom. Of
Kingdom is.
Hayuda. It's in the far north. So it's quite a ways away from here.
Are you traveling on your own?
I am.
I'm sure we could help you if you don't mind traveling with us for a bit.
I would welcome the company, and I imagine there are having someone that lives here be able to escort me around would be beneficial.
So you've traveled recently, right?
Yes.
Or a lot?
Well, a lot is, a lot recently, for sure.
You wouldn't happen to have been a blood genasi, would you?
I don't know what a blood genasi would be.
Okay. That's fair.
You said that there was some sort of plague in your home kingdom, right?
Yes.
Would you be able to tell us if there are any, of any like demonic presence, or you've seen any artifacts, or know of any artifacts towards the north?
I don't know. Perhaps there are.
Is there symptoms of this plague? Like, what happens if someone gets it?
Well, it seems as though the people that get infected are, well, just, for lack of a better way to say it, it seems as though they're turning into trees.
Hmm. Are you infected by any chance?
I don't believe so.
I mean, I feel like it's probably not a sickness, probably something magical. They're turning into trees.
But there's, but once they do turn into trees, it seems something comes out of that tree, and it then wanders around, attacking anything that it can. But it looks nothing like those it takes over.
And your kingdom sent you out looking for help?
Yes.
Is your kingdom rich?
I suppose if you
Do they
were
have money?
to ask for some amount of gold, if there was a solution, I'm sure they would reward you very well. If you could solve the problem. But if there's no people, then there's no way to generate money.
Change in your village recently? Anyone arrived before this plague? Or just...
I don't, I don't have all of the answers. It seems as though something has been spreading. I don't know where it originated.
How long did you travel for to get to this tavern?
I would say 2 months.
Oh, wow.
You've come quite a long way.
Yes.
Do you happen to have any, like, standing or relations with the whatever government your kingdom has?
Well, yes, I exist within the clergy. I do have some influence there. They wanted to send someone like me out, and someone that had power to negotiate.
I'm sure our group of ours would be more than happy to figure out what's going on with your kingdom. If you just give me the night, I could perhaps discuss with them, and maybe we can talk more tomorrow morning.
Certainly.
Char is going to look at Glue, and he's going to trot back to Creed.
Thank you for the drink, Toad.
Oh, if you want more, let me know. I have gold to spare.
And she smiles at that and goes back to drinking her previous drink. And Captain Arundel says, "Ah, look who's making moves over there." he's teasing Char.
Char blushes once again. Hey, and then he goes up to Creed and goes, Creed, I know you have some plans tonight, but you think maybe all of us could, like, discuss in a room before you do something?
Huh? What? Oh. Yeah. Was a little preoccupied there for a second.
She's over here.
No, yeah, yeah, there's a few things I need to get in order first. First things first, I need to set them, he's gonna drop his voice to whisper, to Char. I'm gonna set the alarm for the boxes, and, I saw Lavender crank. I want to check in with her.
All right.
I suppose if like Char's gonna look at Gloom, Creed, and the Osmer, I suppose maybe we should all go upstairs, unless perhaps you guys would want to do anything.
I mean, I've got something I want to do, but that'll be later.
And you
What do you
see
wanna do?
Velvet like kind of give you a side eye and a wink.
Nothing, Gloom. You're too young.
All right.
Okay.
Birds and the
And-
bees, Gloom. Birds and the bees.
Oh, okay.
Bloom isn't that young, is she?
Yeah.
We all just had candidate. We're just, Lavender says it. Now Creed's saying it. You're too young, Gloom. You're too innocent.
I think Corthina's the only one who treats her like a decent adult, but okay.
Osmer is scared of her, so he tells her.
Listen, Creed treats her like a younger sister. Alright. But
That makes
anyway,
sense.
Creed's gonna... First things first, he's gonna go to the suite, and... is everything still there?
The door's locked.
You motherfucker.
Lavender's just sitting in there, and she's like, she's not bothering. If Cortina wants to open it, she can.
Corthina's
And
just
then-
sitting on the bed picking at food that she took up to the room.
The door.
So-
It's okay. So who's
Was
all
the
upstairs right now?
It's just
Star follows
me and
Creed.
Lavender in the room, but we locked the door.
Okay. Well, downstairs the door opens and 4 people walk in.
The tanks are upstairs. This is great.
Hey.
And they are glaring at you. They don't look happy right now. And one of them, this one, looks over at the other ones, and you can see that this one here is starting to chant a little bit.
Can Creed... Yeah, can Creed roll an Arcana to try and identify if this is a spell?
Sure.
Alright, regular roll, because I can't... I'm not going to guidance myself, that's good. 6 seconds is too long! Alright, 17.
Yeah, he's casting a spell.
Oh, shit. Would I be able to determine what spell or what type? Or is this just like he's casting a spell?
You don't know what type of spell he's casting, but it doesn't appear to be having any sort of immediate effect.
You say he's
Can
casting
we-
a spell? No.
We act before he does.
Do we know?
I was gonna say, so-
Well, you got 6 seconds.
Oh, easy.
He look.
Can-
Can Gloom tell he's casting a spell? Because
Are you looking at
if she
him?
can tell, then she's gonna attack. I mean, she's here.
Yeah,
She's-
Char wants to make the same check if he can tell if they're making a spell.
So, can I say, okay, can we have like a quick blip in the room really fast before you guys started making a huge battle scene really quick?
Okay, yeah, sure. Corthina and Lavender are talking real quick, and I'll cut it off when I
Yeah,
feel it's
real
important
talk.
to cut it off.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't want to like get crazy into this battle thing because I have a funny feeling I know where this is gonna go.
Hmm.
So, Corthina's sitting there, and I'm assuming Lavender's like laying on the other part of the bed. And
Yeah,
Corthina's
Lavender's
sitting
just
there.
like picking out flowers and eating them, like taking a petal off each and then like eating it slowly. Kind of thinking to herself.
So was that second shot that bad?
Oddly enough, it made me feel good, but have you ever like, I guess nostalgic is the word. It's, I'm sure like, you know how you are with your
Yeah.
parents. I know, I've heard about you leaving home with adventure and all that.
Yeah.
I guess it's the feeling you
nostalgia.
think,
It's heavy. It's like a happy heavy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I suppose that's the feeling.
Oh.
Although in my case, to be honest, Cortina, I'm fairly sure I'm very obvious. I can't bullshit worth shit.
You
but-
can't. You can't at all. I'm sorry.
I may have had some memory issues. Or maybe having.
That's,
It's-
you know.
I found out I have a
kind
I found out I have a Fey pact, and I mean I'm not stupid. It's pretty obvious. My memories were sealed at some point.
you think it's
And-
because of a said Fey Pact?
Almost certainly. It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Okay.
Or perhaps they were taken and the Fate Pact was meant to help. I don't know. But
Maybe.
somewhere along the way, I lost some part of myself. And I
So-
suppose that shot made me remember. But not enough.
Parthena's flipping through the book of the Goddess of Dreams or whatever. And she looks, and she's kind of thinking, does an orchard of, oranges mean anything to you?
An orchard of oranges? I mean, oranges grow in an orchard.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like trees of... They look like oranges.
Not particularly.
No.
A dream?
Yeah, it was a dream. How about,
Oh.
bedazzled masks?
Well, I mean, it makes sense we're in where we are, but I can't help you with that.
Huh.
I'm tempted to take a third shot, but I don't want to risk it, and I don't think I could stand any more melancholy, I suppose. That's the word. And
Yeah,
Lavender
that
kind of
would be-
picks at a flower.
Yeah.
I feel a little guilty letting Creed drink that drink, but I thought it might be helpful. You know,
Well, you looked like you enjoyed it.
yeah, it's kind of it's so I know you don't drink alcohol, but it wasn't even for the alcohol. It was for the memories.
Nah, I'm good. I'm unlike you. I remember my things and I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, my
All
life
I know
wasn't
is
that bad. It
if you hear
honestly
anything
didn't-
about rabbits, let me know.
anything about rabbits.
Rabbits or people near
Okay.
water. Or I really
Alright.
just meet any other ladron. Or hell, any other human. I have no idea.
Right. Okay. Well,
It's hard trying to explain things. I guess you seem to know some things about, flowers, my way around here, where I've been, but
And about this
I'll tell you the
time,
truth.
you guys would hear some noises downstairs, and it'd be very loud, audible noises.
Lavender's just going to curse and just hold her ears and just fuck's sake.
Okay.
yeah.
And now,
Okay.
She
Go
points
back
to the
downstairs.
dogs. She points to the dogs and says, "Stay, guard the treasure."
Corthina doesn't move. She just sits there on the bed, continually reading the book. Tell me
I'll
how
take
it
care
goes.
of downstairs.
All right.
okay. So, you guys aren't there
I need
yet.
to let off steam anyway.
Okay. So, Gloom, you see that this drow is casting a spell.
The drow?
The drow is casting a spell.
Was Char see the drow casting
Does it look
a
like...
spell?
Is he facing us too?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Gloom's yeah, Gloom probably is gonna be like... Can she be threatening, put her knives up and say, stop that? And if he keeps going,
You
then
can try to
she attacks?
intimidate.
Intimidate? Okay.
Does she get advantage from the drank?
Sure.
Drinking helps, guys.
Drinking does help. I shouldn't be saying that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you fail. It does not stop, but whatever the spell he was casting goes through. And then I need you all to roll for initiative.
Initiative.
Yay!
Everybody,
Not my
or
best
just the people
roll.
downstairs?
Everyone needs to roll for initiative.
Oh, no.
Fine. All right.
Yeah, not my best.
Come on, I got a nat 20 and I'm still upstairs sitting on the bed.
Listen, you're sober.
Damn.
True. Par's 7 shots in or something.
So let's do this. No.
Or lavender with a 2.
Let's do this. There we go.
I'm
That's
scared.
better.
That's my first initiative roll where I've gotten above a 10.
And let's do this.
Spend your turn reading the book.
And there's
I'm not
that.
even down there. I'm just sitting in the bed,
There we go.
eating food.
All right. So
Ooh.
let's do this. Tiefling A and Tiefling B. There we go. So they see Tiefling B seeing Gloom step up to the drow. Is going to go ahead and pull out a weapon that's looks to be on fire.
Oh no.
And it's going to, and I need you to make a wisdom. I need everyone within 10 feet of him to make a wisdom saving throw.
A or B?
A B.
Oh.
I think I
Creed's
barely
out of
constitute. Okay.
Oh, am I out
I
of
like
range
that as
too?
well.
Okay.
All right, so Gloom, you are frightened of the Tiefling B.
And that means I can't like go near
You
him.
cannot
right?
intentionally walk towards him, and I think there's another fright.
Attack rolls and ability checks are at disadvantage while the source of fear is in sight.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Within line of sight.
Just look away.
I'm sorry, line of sight. I thought it was just within sight.
Yeah, within line of sight. And he's going to attack. He's going to attack you.
Char is gonna pop a warding flare to give it disadvantage.
Okay.
You can do it once per turn, so we'll get it out there.
Let's see.
Jeez, with a disadvantage? Jesus Christ.
18.
Oh.
Does an 18 hit?
Definitely hits.
Okay. It's going to do... $21 damage.
Can I
21?
uncanny dodge?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know. It has. What does it say?
I think it just halves the damage.
attack. Yeah.
So,
So what is-
you'll take 10 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other one is going to step up and take a swing at you with
Okay.
some daggers that appear as though they are cloaked in darkness. And he misses. I don't think a 7 hits.
No.
Okay. Let me go ahead and update their health bars real quick, just to be appropriate.
I'm scared.
Well, I'm actually taking HP away from them, so, you know.
I'm still scared.
Okay. And now it is Gloom's turn.
Okay. Guess I'm right there, so it wouldn't matter. Or would it?
I mean, you could try to hit him. You just can't move closer to him.
Originally, I was gonna attack the drow. He was kind of who I was going after first. Can I still attack him?
Yeah, you can
if I
attack the
wanted
drow.
to?
It's gonna be at disadvantage, because you can technically see the tiefling you're afraid of.
Could I just look away?
You're gonna, like, cover up his image and then attack the drow?
Yeah?
You know what? Sure, why not? I'll let you do it.
Okay. Watch me still miss. Oh no. What was that? 16?
You got a 16? That
Mhm.
hits.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, no, wait. Was that at well, okay, that's regular roll. Yeah, so it does hit.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I'll use my other knife. 18.
Okay, yeah, that also hits.
And I don't get sneak attack. So I think that's all I can do because I don't have any bonus actions.
And then, so you did a total of 13 damage to him. Okay.
Like, can I bonus action disengage? And would this still be like running away from B, or would I have to go like
Yes.
over the table?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can like kind of if you want to like go towards the middle table there, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll go towards this table.
Okay. All right. Commoner A is gonna run away. Captain
No
Aaron.
way.
Captain Arundel is gonna fire off a shot at Tiefling B here, and he misses.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Let me go and do this. All right, then it's Sister Maribel. She's gonna cast. She's gonna cast Healing Word and Heal Gloom for 7 HP. So heal yourself for 7 HP.
I'll give her like a look of thank you
All right,
or a thumbs up.
and that it's now Theodmer.
Okay, if I make Omelet run down, how like, would if he dash, would he be able to make it down?
Where is he?
He be in the room with the two ladies.
No, it's gonna take him 2 rounds to get down here, along with because I imagine all of you are gonna be using the same abilities. You know.
Yeah, so I'm
So
assuming
it's
like,
gonna
with a
take
dash,
it's gonna
still
take 2
turns.
rounds for you guys to get down to be in this corner.
So Dodmer is holding his turn until I can have it with Bacon.
Okay.
Actually, hold up. Never mind. Weird Drow dude is between those two. Oh shoot. I didn't think that far. I'm gonna fire off a ray of sickness towards Weird Drow dude.
Okay. And what's that gonna be?
Alright, you drunkards. That is a... Let me roll that. Oh, does that hit?
What is it?
17.
That does hit.
Oh, let's go. Alright, you drunkards, get out of the way. And he's
Ugh.
gonna go ahead and roll. That is 20 damage.
Nice.
Jesus.
Okay.
They are also poisoned, which means they have disadvantage on, I think, to hit rolls and saves.
Cool. All right.
You walked into the wrong bar, motherfucker.
Yeah. Get jumped.
Velvet. Is that your
Oh,
turn?
one
Are you
thing,
gonna do
one
anything
thing.
else?
He's going to take off his arm, and that's the end of his turn. His left arm.
All right. Well, Velvet's gonna hop over here. She's gonna open up what looks to be a trapdoor, and hide. Inside the trapdoor.
Completely understandable.
As you should.
And if you were to look in the trapdoor, there were some questionable things underneath the trapdoor.
Creed's gonna be having a time later.
Okay. It's now Creed's turn.
Yeah, speak of the devil. Creed is going to draw Stormfang. And he's
Oh, are you gonna do the funny?
Oh, it's about time, man. It's about fucking time he's done a funny. Move about. Whoops, no, that's the drawing tool. Move about here. And you're gonna see him pointing at them before. Ride the lightning, bitch! So each one in that area needs to make a DC. Was it 14? Let me double check. The dexterity saving throw.
All right, let me double check. So 2 of them succeeded. So it was the drow succeeds, and one of the tieflings for sure succeeds. The human fails, because he's not gonna succeed that. But let me double check on the other tiefling here.
All right. I'm just gonna roll damage. It shows poison damage.
Is it Dex?
It is Dex. Wow, 6 lightning damage. Riveting stuff.
And you said it's DC 14?
Let me double check. Yes, DC 14.
Okay. Well, he got a 15, so he succeeded.
Yeah. All right. So even if they succeed, they take half damage.
All right.
And then
riveting.
Shit, goddamn! I got my order wrong. May I, just in retrospect, take my bonus action before I did this?
For.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark the Drow.
Okay, sure. The drow succeeded. Human did not.
Cool.
Okay.
So, again, just to reiterate, I learned any immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, etc. on the drow.
The drow, let's see, does not seem to have any immunities or resistance. Actually, he has advantage on saves versus magic.
Okay, good to know.
He has dark elf and magic resistance.
I see. Cool. And never mind, he does not take damage from my Hunter's Mark because this is not an attack roll. Alright, after he shoots the lightning, let's see, is he within range of that Tiefling Bee? I think he's just outside of range, barely. You tell me, DM. Do you measure by the edge of the token or by the center?
I usually measure by the edge of the token.
Okay, so he is in range. Got it. Never mind then. I guess... No, I already used my bonus action for the mark. Okay, yeah, that's everything. Creed will just end his turn and just tell everyone else, mind you, drow, so resistant to magic. Or... You know what I mean.
Okay. So now it's the drow's turn.
Yeah,
and he's gonna do a funny.
He's gonna do a spell.
I hear fireball.
Look,
I'm more worried about darkness.
Well, he doesn't have darkness, so you know that's not in his.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I'm double checking his spell real quick here.
I don't know, it's a complicated spell. I don't like that.
Okay. The drow is going to cast Mirror Image.
Oh.
Okay. Alright. You know, fair enough.
Okay.
That's a lot of mirrors.
Let me go ahead and just do this.
Close my eyes, don't worry, I don't know which one's which.
Well, you're not going to know which one's which anyway, because it doesn't matter. I'm not pulling the one that's, I'm not going to, you know. Okay. But a shine of light occurs. And all the drow figures seem to move around. And you do not know which one's the real one. And that's going to be... Oh, hang on. Is that going to be his entire turn? And he's going to go ahead and cast, as well, Silence.
No, fuck you. I use counterspell.
Okay. Go ahead and use. He's gonna also counter. He's gonna counterspell you.
Whoa! He can triple cast.
No, I'm just kidding. You can counterspell it, or try to counterspell
Okay.
anyway.
Counterspell works unless it's above level 3, I think. The creature makes. Oh, never mind. You have to make a con check.
He's doing a con.
Yeah, con. You have to pass an 18.
I don't know. You couldn't have counterspelled the fucking mirror image.
I forgot I had it.
All right.
Listen, honestly, Creed's able to take care of this mirror image literally no problem, because funny 3 attacks per turn if they're close to each other, which these ones are. So.
Or can also take care of it.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, hang on.
I'm more worried about the silence.
Okay, well the silence fails because he got a 9. So.
Hip.
Hooray!
All right. Well, it's now Bacon's turn.
Bacon, being the best fighter in this entire bar, takes his sword in hand and charges straight towards the closest drow possible.
Okay.
And he's gonna go for a hit. Hold up. Oh, I deleted his sheet. 1 second. And it's back up. Alright. That's with a +4, that's a 6.
Riveting.
Well, that misses.
Bacon misses, and because Bacon's personality, he just plays it off like he's just trying to pose.
He's aura farming. That's what he's doing.
He's aura farming.
Yeah.
He didn't miss, he was just trying to pose dramatically.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right. Well, Nixie is going to go ahead and do something. She's going to use Bardic Inspiration.
Oh.
And she's going to cast it on... Well, she's not going to cast it on anybody. She's just kind of terrified. She's going to run back around here.
I don't blame her. She's a civilian. I don't blame her.
And then she's going to cast Prestidigitation and try to, like, throw some sparkles here in this spot right here. So you see a sudden sparkle of light right there, and then it disappears.
Ow.
And then let me get her actual HP. Oh. That's not great, Nixie. Why do you only have 22 HP?
I'm surprised.
Okay, well the human now is gonna go ahead and look at Creed here. And it's gonna run over here and jump up, and he's gonna fire off 2 shots at you with his bow.
Alright, armor class is 15. I forget if you have it where it's meets beats or ties go to defender.
Okay, he hits one of them. He got a 15 on one.
Okay. Yep.
So I need you to make a con save. And then
Constitution.
Wowza!
you take 11.
At 20, baby.
You take 11 damage. 11 piercing
Of
damage.
what variety? 11 piercing? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Commoner B is gonna panic and start running. Commoner C is gonna like try to cower in the corner. Egon, my boy Egon over here,
Run like a coward.
is going to hop over the bar, and he's gonna stand on top of the trapdoor, and he's gonna like kind of duck down behind the bar.
I would do the same thing.
I don't blame him. I'd take cover. Smart man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's Char's turn.
Or I think he's gonna run next to Creed, and then he's going to use his channel divinity radiance of the dawn, and he's gonna choose every opponent that is within 30 feet of him,
Okay.
and they have to roll a con save. Con save 15. If they save, they take half damage, and if they fail, they take full damage.
What was the save number?
15.
Well, all of the duplicates die.
I'll roll the damage too.
This guy's actually over
Oh,
here.
it's pretty good. 19 radiant damage, and halved if they succeeded.
The rest of them succeeded, so they will take 10 damage.
19.
And is it every creature or every enemy?
Well, I gotta select the creatures it affects. So I chose all the.
Can you share the ability with me? I just want to double check it.
Copy.
Each creature of your choice in the area. Okay.
All
right.
And I think I don't know how hurt everybody is. Shark's just gonna shout, "Everybody get down!" And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Well, the rest of the commoners are going to all try to run away.
I don't blame them. Not in the
Please
slightest.
get out. I was too afraid to do certain things because they were here.
Yeah, you were gonna shoot a fireball like a 3-pointer, just whoosh. Yeah, just blow up a part of the fucking tavern.
All right. Well,
The balls.
round 2. Tiefling A is going to come over here, and he's going to try to bash Char in the face.
Can I warding flare that to give it disadvantage?
Yeah, let me double check something here.
Alright.
Is
Okay,
that, are you
okay,
using a spell
okay.
slot for that?
No, it's just one of my class abilities.
Oh,
that,
is it a cantrip?
I can use my, no, it's just, like, I can take a reaction to oppose disadvantage by, showing my holy symbol. It's part of being a
Okay.
light
Alright.
domain
Hey,
cleric.
you can use Warding Flare.
Okay.
So he's gonna try to attack you.
Disadvantage.
So does an 18 hit?
It just is.
Okay. So it's gonna do. Let's see. Let me go back over to my sheet here. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. This one. Take 6 piercing damage. And 9 necrotic.
Okay. I'm good. Kind of. I'm not really that good, guys.
So, was that 6 piercing, 9 necrotic?
Yes.
Question.
A good time.
So Creed's right next to him. Was that with a weapon attack or was that something else?
That was with a weapon attack.
Alright, if that's the case, Creed is going to use his reaction for interception, the best fighting style in the game.
Does that reach 7 feet?
It only has to reach Char.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can, let's see, double check. When a creature you can see hits another creature within 5 feet of you with an attack roll, you get to use your reaction to reduce the damage dealt by a d10 plus proficiency bonus.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, well, it's not much, but 5.
Okay.
I'll take it.
See, a total of 11 damage.
Shit, sorry,
No, total of 10 damage, sorry. Total of 10 damage. Tiefling B is gonna go ahead and try to strike at Creed here.
Yep.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. We got 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and then the remainder 13 points of fire damage.
Oh, there's the problem. Oh, they have different weapons. Well, shit. Alright, 15 total then?
15 total.
Oh, okay. I got them confused. I thought the other one was the one. Damn. I should have saved my reaction for absorb elements. It's all your fault, Char.
All right, Gloom, it's your turn.
Okay. Am I still frightened?
You are still frightened of Tiefling B. You cannot willingly move towards him.
Can I
Moving
move
up.
towards the drop?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna activate Chameleon Shimmer. And then, I'm gonna just add some poison to my knives before I attack this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So Chameleon Shimmer, you're trying to hide from him, right?
Yes, kind of.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for stealth.
Uh, 21.
All right, you succeed. All right, so you get sneak attack. So that
Oh, I
first
do?
attack does hit. Yep, you get sneak
Oh.
attack.
Okay, so... Okay, so...
Because he
Okay, I'll
doesn't
roll
see it
damage for
coming.
my first attack. So it's 5, then with my grung damage, and then because I have Chameleon Shimmer, I get a 2d6 if I make a melee attack. 2d6 of... What was it? Thunder? Or lightning? Where was it? Lightning damage?
Okay.
I don't know if that matters.
It doesn't particularly
And
matter
those
here.
two- And then I'll roll my sneak attack. 12.
All right.
And then I'll attack with my other knife. Isn't that
Double
it?
checking something right here. Can reactions be made in between attacks?
I would think so. I mean, like, so for example, let's say if Tiefling A had multi-attack, first attack could miss Char, and then the second attack hits, then Creed could.
Well,
use
I'm
his
saying
reaction.
if the first attack hit and then you reacted to, block to deflect some of the damage from the first attack, and then you did the second attack afterwards. Can you interrupt a multi-attack with a reaction?
I think you can. But
You can interrupt one of the attacks.
Yeah.
Unless you have several reactions, then that's...
I'm just asking because it's Alright, reactions can interrupt multi-attack. Well, in this case, after getting stabbed and zapped, and he's not very happy, and he's at a certain point, he's gonna say 2 words. Ignis Oblaut.
Oh no.
Counterspell.
It cannot be counterspelled.
What the fuck?
We're gonna die.
Well,
Okay. And it's gonna just barely miss Tiefling A, but I need you to make a dexterity save.
Okay. It was so close to a 20.
Oh, you
15.
succeeded, so you're going to take half of that number. So 7.
Okay. Oh, that's not.
And the drow explodes.
Huh.
Not again. Not again.
But I had
regain
another
6 health.
attack. Oh, I get 6.
You get 6 health back, yeah.
Alright.
Can I still? Well, I guess I can't move this way towards A, right?
You cannot move towards A. You could throw your dagger at disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll throw my dagger at the other guy at
At A?
A. Disadvantage?
At disadvantage. Because you can see Tiefling B.
Oh, okay. 19?
That hits.
Okay. So there's that. There's my poison. And then 2d6 because I'm still. Oh wait, no. Am I unshimmered now?
You get the sneak attack because Char is next to him.
Okay.
So it's 11, 28 damage.
Yep.
Alright. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, all the commoners are
And
just
my
gonna,
knife comes back to me.
and all the commoners are going to try to, huddle up over here, so I'm going to just skip all their turns. But now it is Captain Arundel's turn. And he's going to go ahead and attempt to fire off 2 shots. One on the human and one on Tiefling B. The one on the human hits. And it does 7 damage to the human.
Nice.
It says, "Who are these guys?"
I don't know.
Alright, and Sister Maribel is going to rush over here. And she's going to go ahead and... Let's see. What is... Double checking the spell.
This motherfucker got to double check spells.
She's going to run over... Yeah, I got to double check spells. Forgive me. She's going to stand... She's going to jump on top of the table. And she's going to cast a different version of Sanctuary.
Different version of Sanctuary.
And it's going to... it's not going to affect Tiefling A, but it will affect Theodmer, Char, and Gloom. Actually, she's gonna put it right here, so it also affects Creed.
Okay. Yep.
And you can see that she's channeling some sort of divine power for this particular spell. And now it's Theodmer's turn.
Oh, one second. So, what did I see? Did I just see the butt? Is there just like a burning, sooted body there, or is it completely gone?
Oh, it's gone.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I guess I don't have bacon with me. I am going to send my arm. The white little stick is my arm. I'm not going to bother grabbing it, though. You said it moves the same movement I have, so it's going to go up to Tiefling A.
Okay.
And it is going to use... where is it? Inflict wounds. So it's just going to jump onto its leg and cast Inflict wounds, and it's a con 18.
Okay. Let me double check his... Yeah, I'm gonna delete this whole first part because I don't need it anymore. Because the drow is dead. So he gets +3, so 12. He fails.
Yeah. So they are going to take 21 damage.
Wow. Okay.
Sit, boy. Or girl, I'm not too sure.
It's non-binary. I learned that with Hunter's Mark.
Sit, they, them.
Okay.
I learned immunities, resistances, and pronouns.
Pronouns are was, were now.
Was, were, yes.
And that is the end of his turn.
Okay.
Alright.
You'll hear Velvet like panicking under the floorboards somewhere after the explosion occurs, and now it's Creed's turn.
Ah, shit. Okay. Fuck it. We're balling. Creed is going to take that opportunity attack.
Against
Tiefling B, if they're taking it. Creed's moving out of their range.
Not in range. Or actually, I guess he was in range. So yeah, no, he's gonna take it.
Yeah, since you're... Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a 16.
That hits.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna feel very good. This number +4. So 14.
Of what damage type?
5 bludgeoning and... No, 9 bludgeoning and then 4 fire. 5 fire, sorry.
5 fire, okay. Creed is going to absorb the elements of the fire to make that 2 fire damage.
Okay.
So that's 11 total.
Yep.
Alright, cast Absorb Elements. Creed is going to run over to Gloom. Just, like, stand in front of him, just, hey, look at me. Breathe, okay? He's going to take the help action to hopefully snap her out of her frightened condition.
Okay.
Or at least let her make a save. Like, does helping just get her out of it, or does she get to make a save?
It allows her, it negates the disadvantage condition, but she would need to, get out of the frightened state.
Okay, and there's no way for me to do that currently, because she hasn't been making any saves or anything, so it's just
well,
not...
there's she has to make the save or be frightened for 1 minute. But you can,
There's no repeat at the end of her turn? Damn.
She's frightened for 1 minute.
Damn, savers suck. Alright, well, anyway. You got this, Gloom, okay? Just breathe. And then he's going to use his action to attack Tiefling A with fire damage!
Do it! Hit him!
First things first.
Hit him!
I gotta see if I hit.
Hit him!
Ooh, wait. Hang on, I'm getting the commanding saber out. That's what I'm doing.
Hit him!
Okay, now... Alright, commanding saber... 16?
That's gonna hit.
Alright, perfect.
Come on. Do the damage.
Wow. 4. But he also takes... Where's the damage?
Come on. Hit him for more.
6 fire
there
damage.
There we go. Guess what? He's below the threshold. As a reaction, he's gonna cast... He's gonna step forward a little bit and say Ignis Ablaut. So...
That's fun.
Nope, not that color. That's the wrong color. I suppose I can actually change the color. Hang on. 10 feet. There we go. Alright, so everyone in that circle, that's touching that circle, is going to take... 1, 2, 3. So it needs to make a dexterity save, or take 16 damage.
Go, dex save. Oh!
Would mine be at disadvantage because of...
Alright, Creed, you barely succeed. Char, you succeed.
How much damage?
So, Gloom, what was your question?
Is mine at disadvantage because of tiefling?
I think it's just ability check.
No, it's just an ability. So yeah, it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yes, saves don't count on the frightened. Yeah. So you
26.
succeed. Sister Maribel. does not succeed, and she's actually gonna. I'm gonna make her take double damage because she face tanks the entire miniature fireball here.
He's gonna take 6 less damage though, because I'm healing her with the Tiefling A's death.
Okay, so she takes 32 minus 6.
Damn! Yeah,
She
but
take
damn!
26 fire damage as she face tanks the fireball, but
Jeez.
Tiefling A dies.
So how much?
Do we
damn,
still take?
We
So
took 16
8
fire damage.
8 damage
Wow.
to Char, Creed, and Gloom.
And then
Can I
I'm
uncanny
resistant to
dodge?
fire, right? So I take 4 fire damage because I'm resistant, right?
Creed also
Uncanny.
takes 4 because absorb elements is still up.
Okay. Does Uncanny Dodge apply to area of effect spells?
I'm pretty sure it says
I have no
attack
idea.
rolls.
It'll say, I think.
An attacker can see hits you with an attack.
Well, I think it's another one that's.
It's...
I know,
specify.
because I know rogues also get evasion.
It would specify that
Oh,
requires
okay.
a weapon attack or spell attack if it required one or the other. If it works on attack, okay. Works on attack against attacks of all sorts, including spell attacks. So yeah, it does work for this particular spell.
Okay, so I take 4.
Sure. All right. Is there anything else Creed is doing?
That was. Give me a second. So I moved here. You know, actually, no. I am gonna make the tactical decision to stay back. Yeah. All right. That's turn.
Okay. It's now Bacon's turn.
Bacon's about being MVP. Bacon is going to, seeing the explosion that just happened, he can only assume one thing. Everyone's in danger. It's like a grenade. You have to jump on top of it. So Bacon's going to jump on top of him.
On top of
so he's going
Tiefling
to try to
B
jump on top of Tiefling B.
and try to grapple Tiefling B.
Sure.
Okay.
What is that, strength?
Strength or Dex versus Strength or Dex, and he got a nat 20.
Oh. I believe in you, Bacon.
Also get a nat 20. I believe in you, bud.
No! It's a 14.
So it resists, or he resists.
Yeah, so Bacon just hugs them.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn.
All right. Nixie is going to continue cowering. And then the human is going to take 2 shots, one at Bacon. And then
Has to be an 18.
okay, one at Bacon, and then one at Char.
Oh.
All right, so 9 for the one at Bacon, and then 16 for the one at Char.
Misses.
Misses.
Okay. All right. Well, that's I guess that's his turn then. Then it's a whole bunch of commoners, and then it's Egon. Egon's gonna he's gonna start grabbing some liquor bottles and start chucking them at the human and the tiefling.
Let's go to booze.
See, we got a 15 and a 10. Both of those miss. So he's just throwing random liquor bottles out. It's now Char's turn.
Okay. Char is going to move back maybe just a little bit. And he's gonna say, try to take one alive. And he's going to cast Silence at 2nd level. And it's going to be Oh wow, that's a big circle. Pretty sure it's 20 feet, if I'm right. He's gonna censor it like right here.
Okay.
And seeing that, he's gonna run farther back. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Well, all the commoners are going to continue to cower in fear, and now Corthina and Lavender arrive with their turn. You know, they
No,
arrive with their turn.
Corthina stayed in the room. Get her out of
Oh,
here.
never mind.
She didn't get up.
Lavender is.
Corthina can't be
yeah.
bothered.
Nope, she's too busy eating.
Eating or reading different books of other
Eating.
explosive varieties.
She's eating.
All right, so Lavender 2, 3, 8, 10, 13. I think it's yeah. Lavender's going to face step. She's a C system, and he's like, okay, oh, fuck this.
Well, so you arrived there at the start of the at the end of your turn last turn. So
Yeah.
it would be Corthina's turn right now because she's actually at the top of initiative.
Oh, well.
She's in the room. She ain't doing nothing. You told everybody to roll. That's the only reason why I rolled.
Okay, well. Tiefling B now, seeing that he cannot speak, is going to jump forward and out of the silence to attack Char again. And he's willing to take the attack of opportunity from Bacon.
Oh, yeah, he's fucked up. Let's see if we can hit.
Get him, Bacon. Get his ass. Rip him asunder.
Oh, yeah, that's a 22.
Okay, that hits.
Yeah.
Please knock him out.
Undead fisted him.
Let me find the D6 real quick. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's 6 plus 2. He does 8 damage. He, Bacon does, a whole, badass move. He, spins around and slides to hit their, quote-unquote tendons, but hits his thigh because he doesn't know what tendon is.
Okay. Alright, well, the Tiefling B is now going to make 2 attacks. Both on Char.
Char will warding flare. The
Oof.
first one.
Alright, well, he takes 2 points of embarrassment damage.
Oh,
So
sorry, dude.
he got a 1, a nat 1 on one of his attacks. Alright. It's now Gloom's turn.
Okay. I will
Got this.
bonus action dash to the human,
Okay.
Thank you, Chloe.
and then I guess I'll try and capture him.
You're gonna try to grapple him?
Yeah.
Okay. Strength or dex
No.
versus strength or dex.
Can I use dex?
Sure. It's gonna be his strength or dex versus your strength or dex, and he's also gonna use dex.
Okay. Come on. Oh my.
He got a 13, so it looks like he got a 6, so that didn't work.
And that's my attack.
Yeah. So his response to you trying to grapple him, he's gonna like put his foot on your face and.
Booter. Don't bully the gloom like that, you bastard.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do now.
All right. Well, commoner A is cowering in the corner. I'm just gonna remove these commoners from initiative here.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I had planned for them is now gone because you took away the person that could actually do anything to them.
My face when we kill the caster.
Yippee. Counterspell,
No
bitch.
way! Killing the caster? No way!
Who would have thought?
Captain Arundel here is going to fire off 2 additional shots, both at Tiefling B. Oof. Char, he's going to end up doing damage to you on accident here. Unintentionally so, but he's gonna accidentally hit you.
Do I have to roll a con save
For a full
concentration?
damage. He's gonna hit you with 13 piercing damage on accident.
Silence is concentration, right? I'm not crazy.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a con save. Please be okay. Okay, I think I save it.
Yeah, you save. You're good. You're still maintaining concentration despite taking an arrow to your gut.
Sure, just looks like the captain goes like, huh? Like,
What are you doing? I'm sorry. I meant to hit him.
worst captain ever.
But the one of them did actually hit Tiefling B. So.
Oh, best captain ever.
So did 9 damage to Tiefling B.
Racist, getting the tieflings confused.
He's half elf, okay? He has many Tiefling friends.
I'm sure.
Totally.
Alright, Sister Maribel is going to go ahead and use Bless. And she's going to cast it on Creed, Char, and Theodmer.
Ooh, shit.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks.
You're like halfway in the silent zone, so like you're only able to say it in a weird way.
He sounds it. Yeah, it sounds like he's having a stroke. You got a bad set of headphones. It's only coming out of one ear.
Alright, it's Theodmer's turn.
I'm just gonna look at Char and Kree and say, could one of you two do me a favor? Can you hold him, her, them? I don't want to be political here. Can you hold them still, please?
I'm helping Gloom. Sorry.
Oh, hold who? Well, I'll get my hands dirty. Can I try to grapple him?
You're gonna try to grapple Tiefling B?
Yeah.
Okay.
This might be a really bad idea.
Yeah, you could grapple Tiefling B. That's fine.
You know what? You know what? I'll just stick with it. I said it. I'll stick with it.
Man of his word.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh.
Okay, he does not succeed. You're able to grapple Tiefling B. Wait, I don't know how you're grappling him. Is it with your hand?
And yes.
Yeah, Mark's doing the Undertaker grab by the throat with one arm.
It's like a full just headlock. Like
It's just this singular arm is grappling somebody. There's no actual force behind it, but somehow it's working.
It's the muscle in these bones, fellas.
Damn. Diablo, were you a college wrestler when you were alive? God damn, bro.
All right.
Best wrestler in the Magic College.
Yeah, in Hurriel.
Okay. Velvet continues to scream, unless Theodmer, you had anything else to do. And you're doing anything else?
No, I'm holding my stuff till Bacon's turn.
All right, Creed, your turn.
Do it. Creed's going to rush in. He's going to first bonus action take the help action to Gloom. So, grapple rules. If I have multi-attack, which Creed does, I can replace one of the attacks with a grapple.
Okay.
So I'm going to replace my first attack with a grapple,
okay.
which you said can be Dex, right?
Dex or Strength.
Okay.
And you would need to be a 21.
21, alright, and I do have Bless, so that helps. Alright, 21, heart of the cards. 20, plus a d4.
I believe Bless allows for advantage.
I thought Bless was the d4.
No, I think it's guidance. Is it Bless? Hang on. Wait, let me double check.
Is it the saving throws? Hang on.
Bless.
I might be thinking...
You bless up to 3 creatures whenever a target makes an attack roll. Okay, you can add a d4 to the number rolled. Yep. So it's a d4.
No.
You're right. You grapple him.
No, I'm not. I'm not right. It's an attack roll. This is what I'm doing is an ability check.
Oh, then never mind. You fail.
Get that D4. Okay, I do fail the grapple, but I am gonna punch him in the mouth with my my saber though. So.
All right, punch him in the
still
mouth.
works
Do
out
it.
in the end.
Slash him across the face. That hits.
22? I'm hoping that hits. There,
That does hit.
Thank the Lord. Wow, minimum 4 slashing damage.
Yay!
Woo!
Good job. You did it.
That's turn. All right. But Gloom is helped, so whatever you're doing next, Gloom, make it count.
Okay.
He's signing at you. Not that I don't think Gloom can understand what the fuck he's saying, but.
I'm just nodding. Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. And that, yeah, it's turn. But I've done everything I can.
Bacon time?
Bacon time.
Oh wait, never mind. I messed it up. He actually gets a +7, not a +4. So yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Damn.
I'm looking at the wrong line.
I tried so hard.
All right, Bacon, sir.
It got so far.
Oh yeah. So Dahmer looks over at Bacon and says, "Bacon dear, could you come over here, please?" And Bacon just nods and like charges straight over there, which he has plenty of movement to do. And Dahmer says, "Could you please shove your fist into this tiefling here's mouth?" And Bacon's gonna do exactly that. And with that, I'm also going to use control water. And given his entire armor is made of ice, I am going to freeze their mouth shut.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of Bacon's turn.
All right. Nixie is going to see Lavender, and she's going to use Bardic Inspiration. Jazz hands on Lavender.
Lavender jazz hands back.
So you now have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, it's Lavender. Oh, no, it's not her turn. But I'm just saying, DM, Lavender might just adopt Nixie.
So, all right, cool. Honestly, if you want to adopt Nixie, you could do that. Like,
I would love to. Like, just above table, Lavender would love to, and I would love to. Own little NPC daughter. Coming along playing music.
That is not the right music. Hang on.
I mean, Gloom is the NPC daughter. No, she's not an NPC. She's the PC daughter.
Damn, you just called
PC daughter, NPC daughter.
All right. Well, in any case, this human ranger is going to use the disengage action and run out of the silence zone.
Jesus.
And he's going to fire 2 shots, both at Char. He sees him as being a problem.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say Nixie, and I was like, my heart was sinking. With that, in any case, when he said that, I was like, damn.
We got a 21 and a 20.
Both hit.
Wait, you took the disengage action and could.
Oh, sorry, he's good. It's a bonus action.
Damn, he's a rogue, Gloom. He's just like you.
So it's going to be that plus 8, so 17. So 17 damage.
Char's knocked out.
Okay. All right.
He just good. The silence fades, and right when as he's like looking at the tiefling next to him and kind of get like iced over, he kind of just takes the arrow and just falls on the table.
Oh dear.
All right. Egon is going to continue to throw random bottles of alcohol.
Lavender's going to look at him and just go, "Stop! There's a fire."
Both of them missed though.
Not 140 proof.
Char, go ahead and make it your first death save.
Okay, roll. Oh, okay, I have 1 success.
All right. It's now Lavender's turn.
Lavender's going to go, thank you, little Nixie, and she's going to cast Face Step, teleporting right at the human. She'll reach you no matter what. And I think it's an 8 + 2 + 3, I think. I think it's a 13 wisdom saved or be frightened. I think.
9 plus... Let me double check. Plus, so he's got a 15. He got a +6.
Alright, so he's fine, but she's still going to savage attack him. Reckless attack, so I'll just roll all my things now.
Alright, that hits.
And 21 and 28 to hit.
Alright.
And so let's see. Critical 20, and let's see. 20 + 14.
Okay.
So
And-
34 damage, trying to keep him alive, but not barely.
Well, he's still alive, and he's below a certain threshold, so he's gonna say the magic words.
Fuck.
And I think it's only gonna hit you, so, you know. I
It's
need
a
you to
con
make
save, right?
a dex save. For 18 damage. Yep, no,
10.
you take full 18 damage.
I healed Char
Okay,
for
so-
6 damage using that, so he is
Wow.
back up.
Lavender. Wow, not Lavender. Damn. 18 damage. So Lavender's just swung and knocked this guy's arm off, and he gets fucking nuked her. Damn.
Well, I mean, you kind of just nuked him from orbit, so...
True. Kind of fair. Okay, that's the end of my turn then.
Is Char healed from that?
Yeah, no, Char's no longer
Yep,
dying. Tiefling B, seeing that his friends are all dead and he's got ice on his mouth, he's going to intentionally use his weapon on his mouth to melt the ice.
Char, now that he's back up, can I use Warding Flare to give him disadvantage if it's an attack roll?
He's able to attack himself if he wants.
I'll give
Whoa,
him
whoa, whoa,
disadvantage
who's
on that.
Oh, actually, no, I think you can still do that. Okay.
So he does 2 bludgeoning damage and then 8 fire damage, which I'm going to say melts the ice in his mouth. And seeing that he's overcome, he's actually going to say the magic words too.
Can Lavender, this is out of character, out of a thing, whatever. Could Lavender use her second mage step to try to shield Sister Mirabelle?
Sure.
Hold up. I think this is a more important question. Can Bacon grenade throw himself over Tiefling B?
Just a bear hug around him and try to absorb
Yeah,
the blast.
exactly.
Sure. He's I'm going to say he's going to auto fail
Oh yeah,
the
for
dex
sure.
save.
Yeah.
So as he does 15 damage, so Bacon's actually going to get blown apart. Bacon dies.
Yeah, Bacon's dead.
Like dead.
50 damage, so
Extra
Lavender's
dead.
going to take the same too.
And Mirabelle will automatically take half damage, so she's going to take 7
A
damage.
dex save for everybody.
So Char, I need a dex save. Theodmar, I need a dex save.
Oh god. I got a 10.
You failed,
Yeah,
so you
15.
took 15. Theodmar, you
15.
succeeded, so you're going to take 7.
15 half by 7, or half is 7. So Char goes back down.
Okay, is it extra half because of Bacon, or did Bacon do nothing?
Bacon's just dead.
Oh, we're Bacon.
You know what, Char? I'll let you make this save at advantage because of Bacon.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I do heal Char again, though.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
So
you
he takes
still
gets another
fail. So
do I take another 6 healing?
Yeah.
I feel yeah. Okay, Char's back up again.
all right, but they're all dead now. And
Okay.
Everybody okay? I don't feel okay. Everybody okay?
I'm just gonna,
Not in the least.
I'm gonna sit down here for a minute.
Sister Maribel sits on the table and she falls back and she passes out.
I'm Sorry, Gloom, did you just say he's fine? He's at fucking 5 HP. He is not fine. He's like bleeding profusely.
and Velva starts banging on the trapdoor. Egon steps out of the way and lets her out, and she comes back up. Are they gone?
Well, they're dead, so that's something.
If that's gone to you.
Well,
You guys killed them?
they killed themselves while we fought. Blew themselves up. Sorry about the burnt shit on your tavern. Would have take a while to fix it up.
That's fine.
Luckily the fire's out.
That's fine. But if you guys beat them, like if you killed them.
Do you have any healing potions? Sister Mirabelle looks like she's seen better days. Same with Char.
I have.
And Lavender just like holds up her arms and she like half burnt it across you. She's like,
She hands over 2 healing potions. One of them is a potion of greater healing, and then the other one is just a regular health potion.
yeah, Lavender's going to give the greater healing to Sister Mirabelle because she looks worse off than the other to Char.
Rest in peace,
So
bacon.
Where the hell
44
is-
plus 4, so Mirabelle here heals for 20.
What's a normal healing potion?
2d4 plus
2d.
2. Yeah, the potion of greater
Where's-
healing is double.
Lavender's is going to go like, I'm getting Cortina. Where the hell is she?
Ooh, nice roll. 8 healing for me. I'm surprised she didn't hear everything. From like, can we make anything out from like their charred remains? Is there anything left? Like soot, ash, anything?
There is a bit of gear. There's a bit of stuff. One.
I was gonna ask for those shadow knife things around.
No, there's no shadow knives.
Or is
Oh,
it-
wait, are you talking about it like the dude's knives?
Yes,
Like-
I thought one of them had like some knife thing.
Yeah, Lavender's just going to go up the stairs and knock on the door. Cortina, are you there? Best get up.
What? Why? If you open the door, because it's not locked, unless you locked on your way out. Just
No,
say,
Lavender
"Don't
just opened the door like there's smoke billowing off of her. Her face is like half burnt, like so
She
kind of
looks
like
up
Two-Face
from-
looking ass.
She looks up from her. She's just reading the book that with the moons on it and stuff. She looks up at Lavender. What happened?
Yeah, that was like that was the most annoying 30 seconds of my life.
Okay.
Suicide bombers, like
So-
the ones in the cave.
Glad I stayed up here.
So you
Best get,
find.
can you get down here? We need some healing.
So amongst their ashes, you find a few different things. You find one pendant, it looks like a necklace, and it has a pendant that it simply has a scythe on it. On the second item, it's a gold ring that has a red gemstone set into it. The
I call
third,
the ring.
yeah, the third item appears to be a coin that does not have, like when you look at it carefully, it does not seem to have any sides to it. Like it looks like a blank coin, but if you were to flip it, it would have a face on it. And then the last item you find is a set of beads.
Beads. Like 2 beads or like
7 or 8 beads all in a line, all connected.
Okay.
Kinky.
Like a
It's not like that.
I don't know.
Okay,
Someone
good.
jumped in their sex dungeon. I don't know what to think about that.
Or is just as he found all of these, as he was like searching through like the remains, he's just gonna kind of like hold
Right.
onto them and
All-
scrape some of the remains.
All of the
through.
commoners in one fell swoop are gonna rush out of the tavern and run away.
Well, you okay, Nixie?
I'm fine.
All right, let's get you sit down. Lavender just like walks downstairs. Hopefully, Athena's following her. She's like waiting for her.
Yeah, Corthina's just like begrudgingly coming downstairs.
She's gonna like lean back against the bar and she's just gonna start sobbing.
Lavender's just going to be like, "How old are you, Nixie, anyway?"
I'm 17.
All right, you're a kid. And Lavender's just going to pat her on the shoulder and says, "Yeah, that's a little too young for this action to see all this. Sorry about that."
And she's just choking
Well,
up.
Well, anyone else got any healing shit? She's looking at Char. He's hopefully feeling a little better.
I have my barrel.
Oh,
Here, Char.
yes.
And I'm just gonna give Char my barrel.
Lavender looks like a little whatever the word is. Like, what?
Perplexed.
Perplexed, yeah, that's the word. She's like, "Shit, dude, I'm half charred to crisp." Charred to crisp.
Haha, I get it.
Char is going to, I don't know how many potion equivalents, but she's gonna drink as many potions it needs to hit max health.
Each one, I think, does 1d4 plus 2.
I guess we'll drink, I don't know how many charges we have. He'll drink 2d4s.
I have 34 charges. You have fun.
Okay, he'll drink 5 charges.
So 5d4 plus 10. So 23.
Corthina
23, yeah, that's pretty good.
Lavender her potion, her last healing potion.
Oh, thanks. Lavender gets down to 1d8 plus 2, right?
2d8. Yeah, so 2d4 plus 2.
Miss Velvet, do you have any corpses anywhere?
You can
What?
You can see that. Well, you know what? I want you to roll insight.
I'll bet. Can I just use my passive of 19?
She auto fails. She got a nat 1.
Bet.
You can see that her face just goes flush and like her eyes kind of widen.
Would you like to answer the question, or am I gonna have to assume that you do?
I look. It was an accident. I swear, it was an accident.
Lead the way. Lead the way. And I'm just gonna hop over the table to follow her.
And she's gonna open up the trapdoor and like kind of lead you down there. And there you'll find that there is a dead body down there. It's another satyr.
Ah,
All right.
see? It was a sex dungeon.
If you would like to leave, this is a extensive process.
What are you gonna do?
Well, you don't want evidence, right?
I suppose not.
Has this person ever committed a sin?
You cheated on me. If that.
Oh, worst sin of all. And this is completely moral thing to do. He's gonna use animate dead.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
Just glossing over the fact it was familial side. Or facile
Corthina
homicide.
like rolls her eyes, like, yeah, okay, this is the problem.
I'm using animate dead.
All right. Well, it seems as though her. Can this particular dead individual speak?
They can understand. They just can't actually speak. So they can think of gesture and stuff.
It's going to point very accusatorily at Velvet, and it's going to try to say something, but it's going to start shaking its hands.
Shush, cheater. I'll take your arm if you keep pointing.
You know, I don't think we should be pointing fingers at who's cheating on who.
I'm just going to say Lavender did not hear any of this, just for the sake of decency.
They're all in the pit, right? Like the
They're
weird
all-
trapdoor.
Yeah, they're all in the trapdoor. So I don't think anyone heard anyways.
Oh, nobody heard it, okay. I thought they were above the trapdoor.
No.
All right, well, Miss Velvet, I'm glad doing business with you. If you need any help, please contact my assistant.
Okay.
His name is Omelette.
His name is Omelette.
And
Well,
Dharma's
scrambled,
going
I would
to-
say.
Dharma's going to leave the little dungeon, go back to his seat, and now he has a zombie next to him.
And
Lavender's just gonna look over. No, she's not even. Never mind. She's not gonna bother.
I think, like, during this exchange where if the armor goes down to, like, the pit, Char would have walked over to, like, the counter. If there's, like, any open bottles, any shots, he will just take a swig of anything.
down in the trapdoor.
No, just on the countertop while the armor and Velvet went down into the trapdoor.
And you're gonna see Velvet come back up, and she's very clearly shaken. Just, I suppose I owe you for, I don't know. You defeat the people that seemed like they were attacking the bar, but it seems as though a lot of damage was done, but you have my gratitude. Here, just take the rest of this. And she holds out the bottle of reflection.
Lavender's just going to turn to her and go, "Why the fuck would they attack here? Like, they seem. Do you have any reason there to attack, or were they after us?"
No, I don't know. Why would they be after you? Are they after you for something?
No fucking idea. They're like, who?
That's a good idea.
None of you guys bothered to ask what they want.
They fucking blew up before
I
we
was
could.
gonna ask, do we remember what they looked like? Like anything specific?
They're like the Lavender's just going to go. They're like the guys that blew up. Remember in that weird cave?
Wait, are they the assassins again? Did they look like the assassins?
I mean, they blew up the same. And I'll also take the bottle. I guess that's unclear.
Lavender's going to turn to. She doesn't know anything about the zombie. She's like, just turns to with Velvet and just go, "Well, I suppose we owe you a sort of apology. It seems while we were doing business, some other parties decided they didn't like us, followed us here, and decided to blow up rather than, be normal, civil, and have a fucking conversation. I was upstairs when it started. Did we instigate? Like, well, how did it start?"
That's what I was
Oh, there's-
wondering. So I'm like, we didn't bother asking
Came in here.
questions.
I walked in, the drow was casting a spell, and, all hell just broke loose from there.
Creed, do you need a little bit of my barrel juice?
Yeah, he's been sitting on the ground bleeding out like this entire time. He's at
Over easy.
5 HP.
Over easy, get him this barrel, and then over easy grabs the barrel and takes it over there.
Oh, okay. You made the undead satyr over easy. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank goodness. Creed will take a swig. Say, I don't know, 3 charges, that's all he needs.
Speaking of which, where did you get? Who's that?
Oh, that would be over easy.
I mean, I just saw your fucking skeleton blow up. Who is this? Where did you find him?
Yes, that was Bacon. Bacon unfortunately took a sacrifice for us. However,
that was
this
nice
is
of
over
him.
easy. And by the
No,
way,
I
over
mean-
easy is very clearly a satyr.
Lavender's like, why is there a dead satyr? Did someone die?
Oh, you can ask Velvet about it. However, I'm not sure what the specifics are on this one. However, they are a
Lavender's like,
cheater. They are a cheater. Therefore, they
Lavender's
are
just
immoral.
like holds her head and just goes, "I'm dealing with that tomorrow, not today." And she's just going to look over to Sister Mirabelle and see if she's awake yet.
She's not awake. She's asleep.
Well, at least she seems alive. Well, did we get anything from the bodies?
I found some things. I think we should look at it when we're on a more private base. Just
Well,
in case
yeah.
it blows us up or anything.
Well, Lavender's is kind of like tired. She's like, "Creed, are you going to live?"
Unfortunately, seems so.
Well, this is an excuse to lap up the beer that whoever was Ergon threw. Yeah, Egon, you're going to have to pay for that, I bet.
No
You guys
worries,
I wish
I'll
I
pay
could
for
find
it.
back
Okay.
upstairs.
I'll pay for it.
Well, anyway, I'm just going to go back upstairs. And she's going to
Cortina
look over at
waves. You didn't
Nixie.
even need me. Why'd you call me? And she goes back upstairs.
She
Just waving
looks
her
over at
hand.
Nixie and just goes, "Do you want to come upstairs away from all the mess?"
I suppose. She just kind
Yeah,
of.
let's get you settled in.
She goes up the stairs.
Lavender has adopted a pseudo orphan,
Dude,
Batman and Robin, amnesic Batman.
She's gonna be wrong.
adorable.
Hope she doesn't perish. Sister Maribel's just like fainted on the table.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Maybe we should get her a room. And Char's gonna start picking her up.
Oh, speaking of, she has a plague in her village, and I am very interested in helping her out. If that would be okay.
Yeah, me too. I was wondering if she could tag along with us.
I'll ask her about it in the morning. But for now, she and I think the rest of us need rest.
Char's just going to carry Sister Maribel to an open room, if there's any open ones, in wherever we're staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creed, did you get any good look at what the guys dropped or no?
I did not. He was bleeding out in the corner while Char picked everything up.
Okay.
Char has everything.
I
think
Captain says, suppose. Egon, we'll cover the cost of the repairs for Velvet, right? And he says, "Yep, we'll do it. Velvet, you don't worry about anything. We'll take care of it financially. Just tend to our new friends here." And they came around here and they grab some brooms and they
These
start
nice
cleaning
guys.
up.
They're upstanding citizens. I 100% took Egon for a sleaze, but he's actually a decent fella.
He's not a sleaze at all. He
He's
never
actually
was.
a decent fella.
He's a he's a very much
misjudged
nationalist, but he's also a
Yeah.
merchant. But he's this is his safe space here.
Speaking of friends, how's Gloom looking? Because this was another firebomb related incident, and I remember how the last time went.
That's a good
I
question.
think because of the drink, she's fine-ish.
Yeah.
Fine-ish.
It'll last for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's fine. But okay, I had a question. I wish I asked to do a perception check, but looking back, do those guys look like the assassins from the cave?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
They looked similar. They were dressed the same way, for sure.
Bloom didn't recognize any.
I mean, they had different faces. Like if you're asking if they were reincarnated, then no. That's not the same people that attacked you, but it appeared as though they were wearing the same gear.
Okay. Different people, same organization,
Yes.
supposedly. Right?
Yes.
Fuck. Do you think they know about the, He's gonna kind of just, motion upstairs with his eyes to you, Gloom.
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. But also, I thought Sethric hired them. So is Sethric going behind Lady Songbbird's back again? I don't.
I mean, if he did the first time, what's to stop him from doing it again and again and again? They are at odds at the end of the day. Either that or this is something else.
Char picked some stuff up though. I think we should all look at that stuff. Maybe it'll give us clues.
I just, again, for just the sake of ensuring that I asked, you're okay, right?
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine, or you are fine?
Both? But
Okay. He's gonna, like, limp up after her.
Good night, Creed.
I'm not sleeping.
And as you go around, she's gonna, put her hand on your shoulder and she's gonna guide you up the stairs.
Creed, she killed her ex, don't do it.
It's too late.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. So now it's just the Oddmer down here.
Yeah.
Are you
He
gonna?
stays there all night.
Okay. And then, eventually, these two go up to their rooms. So.
Lavender's just sitting down, I guess.
That's adorable, those three at the bar. Keeping them alone. I
They all
love it.
just drink together. None of them can drink, but they all drink together.
Leaving a mess on the floor underneath. That's adorable.
Lavender's just going to turn to Grithian and just goes, well, that was a little more actiony than I anticipated.
I kind of expected as much. She closes the door and locks it. After Nixie and Lavender come in.
Yeah, I was about to say what? Like,
Yeah, no,
wow,
she, like,
weird.
after
Yeah,
Nixie and Lavender go in, she
Lemon-
closes the door and locks it.
Lemon Char Groot then?
Oh no,
Nixie-
Char and Sister Maribel are sharing a room right now. I don't know.
Do you need a room?
If
I
Char,
buy a room.
Wait, did
Char
Gloom get a room?
probably,
It was never officially decided if she was getting a room, but I'm not making you guys pay for a room at this point.
We're heroes, quote unquote.
Lavender
Just go in a
Yeah, I
room
already
then.
paid my gold
Creed,
piece, though.
Creed is getting the
Screw that.
hero's welcome for sure.
Char
Lavender just
probably-
turns to Christina and just goes, well, you certainly seem at home. I thought he'd be a little more upset or surprised.
Me? Oh. I'm just babysitting the boxes.
Well, and now we have, hello. I don't know if you introduced yourself to Nixie here. Hi.
I did not. I saw you guys talking. It's so nice to meet you. She holds out her hand, which is like massive compared to hers.
Hi. And she shakes her hand. You can tell she's been through a lot. And this is just
Yeah,
like the
why
icing
did-
on the cake, and it's just broken the dam.
Oh. How about we, like, you get in the bed. She points to the bed. You sleep.
I only
can
need a
just
few hours.
look
If
around.
y'all wanna, if you, Griffin, you don't mind staying up for a bit, I could you get to sleep now. Well, whatever whatever you, I could go to bed for a bit. I'll
You
watch
go
the
to bed.
boxes the rest of the night.
You two go to bed. I'm gonna keep attempting to read this book. And she flips another page in the...
And you can see the dogs like start trying to go up to Nixie and just like try to comfort her. And Lavender's going to give her some flowers and just go get to sleep. We can talk in the morning.
Corthina's obviously agitated. Let's just put it that way. As she's just flipping through the book.
Char probably like sat Sister Maribel on the bed, tucked her in, and then if there's a chair on the floor, he probably just sat down and tried to stay awake until she woke up. But she probably just slept, so he probably ended up just falling asleep on the floor.
Okay.
How's Gloom doing? We all know what Creed's doing.
That's a good question, because I was gonna go to Char's room, I think.
Well, you
Yeah,
still
can
probably
see Char on
could.
the
I
floor.
mean,
Is he asleep on the floor, or is he just sitting there?
He's staying awake for as long as he can. So if you came in within that period, you'd probably see him awake.
Char, you picked up this stuff from those guys, right?
Yeah, just some items. I don't really know what they do.
Can I
He'll kind of
look
like,
at it?
yeah, he'll hand them one by one, kind of like let you look at the first one and then, cycle through it.
There's like a necklace, right? And a ring.
There's a gold ring with a gemstone, a pendant with a scythe on it, a coin that looks like it has no sides, but if you flip it, it has a face, and a set of beads, kind of like in a necklace, I believe.
Okay. Just wanted to see if I recognize any of it.
Yeah, anyway. I must bid
So-
adieu. So Godspeed, y'all. Take
Alright.
care.
So
Have a good night,
everyone
Creed.
gets a long rest,
Hey.
and we're gonna go. I think this is a good time. You could spot to end the session.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
So
totally.
I'm gonna hit
Makes
the
sense.
stop stream.